Hello and welcome to Epic Interactions, where a couple guys, couple girls get together, play some Dungeons & Dragons, drink some coffee, try and stay alive.
I don't know.
I'm about to turn it over to you guys. I just wanted to get that going. I was about to say welcome to Dungeons & Dragons, which doesn't make sense. So anyway, you can see we're still kind of setting up. We do have a special guest player for tonight. I just want to get him clued in, get him ready to go, get him kind of in his world, so to speak. However, I'm going to turn it over to the players. Well, they're going to go ahead and do some opening announcements to go. So if you'd like, I'll send it over to you.
What's up, guys? So every stream, we always do our donations that will go 50% to veterans, because all of us have some sort of tie with the military of some sort. So that's always the thing. And then we are also affiliated with. Do you want to do the Sunshine Games or the Nerd Brew?
I don't. Whatever.
Okay. We're also affiliated with Sunshine Games, a local card shop for like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if they're doing Final Fantasy now or.
So they do. That. You're talking about Sunshine?
Yeah.
So Sunshine does pretty much any type of card game. They got Final Fantasy, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic is a huge thing.
Always, yeah.
Vanguard. I mean, if you name it, another collectible card game.
Okay, cool.
If you name it, they pretty much have it there. Or they can get it for you. They're actually starting up Warhammer 2,
nice.
Which I'm super excited for. So I can probably finally put like the $5,000 worth of miniatures that I painted and put them to some type of use.
Get your army back. Dust them off.
Yeah, seriously. They're all in like cardboard boxes and everything else, and it's like one day I'll put you to use.
Coming. And then we're also affiliated with Nerd Brew, which is a local Discord channel or group or Facebook group. They hold a lot of events at like Peabody's and stuff. That's down here in Florida, Tampa, Florida, where we're at and shooting currently. But other than that, I mean, they also do like live trivia nights for movies and stuff. And they're just a place to get a bunch of nerdy people together and do some fun activities for the night. Also, they do Magic the Gathering, I think, as well. So
yeah, they're very big on like, hey, let's be nerdy and have fun while we drink beer.
Yeah.
So
hence the Nerd Brew.
Yeah, every single event that we go to with them, which we do go to, we try to go as many as we can because we just really enjoy the atmosphere as well. But yeah, it's always like drinking's also involved too.
Not coffee though.
Yeah, the good stuff. But it is always a fun time. It's a great group of people to be a part of them and have their friendships and to go on the adventures that we do with them. I think it's a huge blessing for me moving down here and only like really knowing like 5 people.
Yeah,
really.
Now you got a whole group to.
Yeah, a whole clique that I can just message on the board and just say, hey, anybody want to hang out and go do some nerdy thing, and 20 people are like down. So.
Hey, Druid, what are you up to? Alright, what's this fancy device you just keep staring at the whole time?
It's a old-fashioned Druid book of magical items and recipes and such.
Came from an apple.
Correct, it did.
I like that. That's
just
good.
Looking for more potential updates to make potions and brews and other such things.
And so there's that, guys, from us. DM will be back here shortly.
So where we left off last was what was it? There was some arguments that were going on,
per usual,
and then we decided to roll the dice and chance ourselves in teleportation. I think we said we had an 85% chance of success.
I was blindfolded the whole time.
We were willing to take those odds. So
would I actually? Yeah, no, I took the blindfold off when we got here.
Yeah, when we got there. So we decided to take the odds, go for it, which we all ended up landing in back in, what was it called? Calanor?
City of Ice.
Yeah, the City of Ice.
The City of Ice. I think its official name is Calanor, though.
I think so. I don't know. I haven't been here yet.
The City of Ice. And, excuse me, we were coming back here to go finally complete the dungeon that we did, out of game or in real life like a year and a half ago or something. Go
Everything was a year and a
that.
half ago.
But then once we were teleported here, then come to find out that I guess it's been taken over by frost giants now.
And I don't know any of this information. My character knows nothing about this. I don't even know about the dungeon that we were coming here for. So, fun. Let's do that.
It'll be 2 scenes.
What's funny is we're taller than most of these giants somehow.
Oh, maybe once I finish off there.
Are we?
It looks like it. I don't know what all those extra people are. I think they're citizens, the giant citizens. Unless they're just a bunch of giant, like, kids. And then...
No, those are all the citizens.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, we're surprisingly taller than most of them. Yeah, we can
Alright, so the majority of you have been caught up, yeah? So, you guys went to
we got it. We
the
got
city. Boom. You're there. To kind of go into it, I'm going to take it, just open this up. I'm not sure, no promise.
I don't.
you can borrow mine.
Right,
Or
cool.
BJ's. BJ, you have a bunch of extra dice. Let him borrow some.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want? Just pick a
Oh,
color.
yeah, plenty.
Yeah, he's got so many.
All
Get the
right.
bubble gum
Just
one.
not blue.
Do you have a rainbow one for...
No,
That month is
I'm
over.
about the Pride Month.
Come on, man. First of all, it ended 2 days ago.
I'll take the white one right there. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Blank.
In a specific set of
Good stuff.
All right. Thank you. Oh, a whole other side. Cool.
Yep.
Thanks, Juan.
Here to borrow, and then if you have your own dice, then...
Now you're just
Okay.
drink.
So, welcome to the city of Calanor. As you guys
You got it.
teleported
There you
in.
go.
You guys were surrounded by the city of Calanor, but also by the clan of the Frost Giants that you guys can recall now. As you started an avalanche earlier, you know that it went down into the town, and you don't really know exactly what happened after that. You just kind of left it alone and went forward. So. Real quick, as your mind kind of jitters back and forth, you understand or come to the conclusion that they picked up and moved. Maybe their city, their town, their area was not able to be habited anymore. They couldn't clear out the ice, whatever the case may be. Picked up and moved to this area where you guys know from last time all the inhabitants died, left, gone, deceased, whatever the case may be. Turned into zombies. You guys know from last.
Holy hell.
Nice. At least our sound's good. Quick question, just for rules' sakes.
Sure.
Do I know everything in the bard spell list that the book provides? Like, I know those bard spells, but I just have to pick which ones I want to use for the day, correct?
I believe in the player's handbook it should tell you.
How many? It's prepared spells. Is what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, I get that. I know the prepared spells, but what I'm saying is, you know how every list, the sorceries have a certain amount of spells they know in that list?
Yes.
So do I know those spells from that list, and I just get to pick which ones I want to prepare for the day, or do I have to learn them individually?
That's a wizard.
Okay, so I know them all that are in the
So
list.
you have the list, but you can only prepare.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I actually know all the spells on that list, so that way I remember to pick them for different days. So cool, just making sure.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, okay. So you take a second in the brief couple seconds that you have as the horn is blown. The horn is blown. You take a couple seconds, you see as there's frost giants just towering above you, all around you. You notice that off here where it used to go south down into the mainland, quote unquote, there's a huge gate. Just have a lot of different heads on them, animal heads, almost totem-like in structure.
Hey Juan,
Yes?
I'm not on Twitch.
Oh, sorry. There you go. It should pop up in a second. So thank you for catching that, by the way. So you see that gate as now it seems to cut off as you see the mountain range kind of tower above it as well. And encircling you, you guys notice it's still freezing cold. It's still snowing partially. You see as new structures has kind of come out from where the human structures were once. So you see these structures that have been built in placement over the previous structures. They're different. They've been builded on. They've been repaired. Some of them have been completely cut off. Like some of them have been completely concaved in. Some have been deliberately, what's the word? Barricaded. As you see this, you see that the structure that was once the barracks, the rubble is still there. Looks to see that as if the little hiding spot that you found the previous frost giant in has not been found or hasn't been searched for. Also, you look toward the north where you see the two other pathways that lead up into the left, that led up to the ranger area, and then off to the right where it leads you deeper into the mountain tops. You also notice that there is another gate, also just as wide, totem-like in structure, as well as decorated in different types of animals and winning trophies, so to speak. As you guys do this, you notice that there is a gentleman that comes out from what used to be the hall, the town center, the little hall area in which you guys were in. And you notice as there's a massive frost giant that makes his way. This one cool. Decorated in like a massive black, thick coat.
It's like Inception.
Has like a feather hanging off down by his belt. Tattooed all over his chest, but he doesn't have a shirt on or any type of bound. He has a nice beard, as well as a ice staff that kind of curves into almost like a small wyvern head. As he kind of approaches you all, and you can tell he's talking to one of the frost giants in the back. And then slowly makes his way up toward you, and he is looking down upon all of you now.
What race is he again?
Hello, friend.
They're all frost giants.
He's a frost giant.
Yep.
Enormous.
Hello, friend. Can you point us to the nearest tavern?
Is that me?
I don't know.
Raksha.
Okay, I was like, who's it? Hey.
Okay,
you come in after talking to the king. You definitely see this entrance as a threat to the clan, as he sends you to distinguish whether or not these people should be killed or talked to. But you being the talker of the frost giants, you are the only one that is engaging them, as you see all the other frost giants seem to be slowly making their way to their own areas in which they hold their weapons.
So I kind of bulk up a little bit. I don't return the friendly demeanor, and I say, state your business.
Is this in common?
Yes, this is in common.
Hush.
I'm sorry. To clarify, all the white pieces are all frost giants. Okay.
They're my people.
Well, as I kind of step forward a little bit. How tall are you?
How tall is a frost giant?
Well, they're giant.
You're probably looking at above 10 feet at least.
Pretty good.
Okay, so I think I'm 7 foot, maybe 6.
No matter what, we're looking up.
So
I'm looking down on you guys.
I can't. Well, I think I'm the tallest of all of us right now. Okay, so I'll step forward, and I'll just say, we were. And I kind of turn around at, when was the last time you all were here? For me, it was 40 years.
I've never been here.
talking to him.
We've traveled through these parts a brief time ago, and we were able to help this city at one point. However, we've come back to
You got a real nice gate.
rid the inner parts of this mountain of the evil that lies within. We've been down there once before, and we're hoping to free the mountain of the evil.
I started walking to the gate.
So you're a friend or foe?
So
Fight me.
Rockshaw. So you don't really know what he's talking about. You don't know of any person that came up into the mountain that tried to help the mountains.
No, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But you do know that there's evil within the mountain. You do know that, based on the very little that you know. Also, you might want to check your text messages because I will text you periodically, so it's kind of help you through
Show
the process.
me every text message that he sends me.
You also notice that this weird frost, this very very small frost giant, that you're like, this is either a baby frost giant or a really weak giant. Which to you in this town, a weak frost giant doesn't live. You kill.
I walk over to the gate.
You can slowly make your way over to the gate because you're probably going to get about 10 feet as you're going to be met with approximately about 5 frost giants as they kind of make like a semicircle around you as they just kind of cross their arms. And all the frost giants kind of look at you, Raksha, as you are determining whether or not what's happening here.
My name is Emerald. What is your name, sir?
Emerald, my name is Rockshaw. May I get all of your names?
It is my honor and my privilege to make your acquaintance. This is Baltimore, the small frost giant I assume you see over there. His name is Sven.
Hello.
We also have Lady Cassiopeia.
Hello.
And I believe that's all we have. Oh, yeah, Sam. This is our
Thank you.
other traveler, Sam. I couldn't see your face. I'm sorry.
I know, sorry.
Wait, so you're a frost giant too?
As he says that, you all see your respective races within what is...
He is what we want to see of him. You may take that exactly as it is presented to you.
Alright, so I motion to the rest of the frost giants that they're not enemies, but they're somewhat
To stand down, but still be vigilant.
right.
Sure. So you see as Rockshot kind of waves his hand, and you see as his hand kind of turns in some weird motion. Definitely, you can tell that this is a signal of some sort. You don't know what. You see as these group here. Or actually, no, they're going to come here. You see some more kind of come out. And you see as they somewhat start to barricade. They don't barricade the gate at all. It almost looks like as if they're looking to protect their respective areas.
Somewhat of a perimeter.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely a lot more of you here than what I remembered the last time that I was here.
I walk over to the gate.
Which was
Sven, mind your surroundings.
Yes, surroundings and yeah.
They allow you to walk up to the gate, but there are 2 frost giants that are on either side, kind of elevated amongst the rocks. As they look down on you, very.
Like
they almost look at you in disgust.
There's like a weird like animal head on the front of it. You said.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different ones.
Cool.
So, Raksha, as we had previously mentioned, we are
Slap
here.
around with it, that's fine.
No. I want to like get one of the guards' attentions that are like staring at me, but I'll let them do what they're doing.
To traverse the innards of the mountain, as I assume that the evil lies still within.
Alright, well, first of all, please forgive my initial inhospitality, if that's the right word. This is a relatively new home of ours, and we had recently lost our prior home, so we're trying to rebuild our new home here, so we're very protective of our surroundings of any incoming possible intruders.
As you should be. I did hear word of that unfortunate event, and I just want to express my, I guess, I can't really say apologies, but I'm glad to see that you have all rebuilt.
Yes. So we'll start as friends, but what can I do for you, fine folks?
Well, we were looking for the original tavern of this place.
Oh, the tavern. Do we have a tavern?
Well, what used to be, I think it was an inn of sorts, maybe a place where some might stay. This was when we were here. This town was much run down. There were only about 4 or 5 people.
What you can gather in like your like more traditional studies in your bachelorship, you know that a tavern is usually a place where people get together to drink, but you can't really recall per your structures of Frost Giant.
It's not really.
You don't know of any because everybody drinks everywhere.
Got it.
We were looking for previous human establishments, buildings where there might be multiple rooms, 1 or 2 levels, something that would have an entrance into the mountain, something up against a wall of the mountain.
Like an inn?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Yeah, we have a establishment for that. I mean, they may be a little bit too big for your kind.
Understandably.
So, while they're talking, I just kind of look at the teleporter. Are we on that?
Mm-hmm.
How like destroyed is it?
It's I would say probably about a good 30% of it looks to be destroyed. It also looks to be embalmed and symbolized as a frost giant something or other. So that's where you can kind of tell that the structural integrity of the teleportation circle has been compromised.
Can I do a perception check, or maybe just like look to see like what buildings I would remember, or in what like
Sure, make a history check.
Okay.
Large fellow, could you possibly give me a lift so I can get a better look at this gate, please?
So before you say your number,
Thank you.
I rolled earlier to roll a history check, and I rolled a natural 1. So I have no idea. But
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, you recall that the like the medic area was over in that corner. Mm-hmm. This over here was the original inn that you guys went in through. You know that over here was actually part of the housing where you originally found Rose and her mom, and then over there was the area in which the 3 brothers were at.
That one right there.
The quote unquote, and then somebody called him like a vampire. I think.
Vampires.
That's where the very deep.
But you notice that all the structure of it is like pretty much gone. Like they've either been compromised, barricaded, completely changed, made to look like a giant. Like they've definitely like pretty much said, all right, this looks cool. Destroyed pretty much the majority of it, and then rebuilt it to make their own.
Now that one there that I would.
Let me know what you're doing, and then roll.
Rolling a history check to see if I know who had the key last.
Who had the key last?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot!
That would have been Harden.
No, last I remembered it was Cass. She had it in her bag of holding.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have it. I gave it to Cass.
Cause you guys all. I don't know.
So I asked Rockshaw.
If it makes it. Keep that in mind. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, but keep it in mind.
Okay.
So I asked Rockshaw, what is the building that you have over here?
Keep it in mind.
So I'm pointing at the middle one right there in the very back, and I ask and say, what is the structure that you have here? What is this your armory or your?
Is there a structure? Or can I make something up?
Huh? That's up to you. if you'd like me to give you what it is, or you can make it up and I can work with it.
It's a relatively new structure, but a lot of times we use it for like live sacrifices.
Understood.
I'm like sketching the gate.
Sure.
My little
Seems
notebook.
fitting.
As he says that, you hear.
Oh, perfect. And I say, well, it's funny that you mention that because most of the deaths and the things that we experienced were in that direction. From what my memory holds. I know we just got here and I'm asking a lot, but is there any way that you might be able to give us a tour of the inside of your sacrificial holdings? It may give us entrance into the mountain, and at that point we'll be out of your hair.
Tell me again why you want to go through the mountain?
Yes, we have previously experienced many dangerous things in this mountain. We also did come out with a certain amount of items and I guess you could say things of value that were, I guess, left in the mountain from previous travelers and other keepers of items, but again,
There's an ultimate evil that is coming our way.
correct. And we believe by clearing out this mountain and the things that lie within, it will give us answers to which we find or we're looking for.
This ultimate evil does not care what race. Excuse me. It's the cold air. Does not care what race that we are. Does not care what deity that we follow. Does not care what alliances that we have amongst our own kinds. It wants the eradication of every
Living
creature on this plane of existence.
And or unliving.
And
it does not reside within the mountain, but this mountain is the next step
for us to defeat that.
Defeating that power.
And
so, if I'm not mistaken, it sounds a lot like a creature that came through before. Is that right?
It's
it was forgotten for
many eons.
Yes.
But it has recently shown signs of reemergence.
So this story sounds a lot like a story that another creature came through your clan and also tried. That's the one creature that I told you came to you and tried to recruit all of you.
Right. So, funny you mention it, but there was a creature that came here some time ago before you adventurers arrived that were trying to recruit my people for, I suppose, a battle or their cause, and I refused them. My first priority is the growth of my city and the protection of my people. So if you can aid in possibly getting rid of this threat that you speak of, then I will be more than glad to assist you.
Well, the truth is that in my purpose right now on this plane is to rally all the races that live here, that reside here.
Eventually.
Under one banner, subsiding all forms of alignment and deities and everything for us to go against as a single unit against this common foe that we have. And in hopes of potentially having the partnership of your giants in the future, this is not the true city that you would want.
But it's all we have for now.
So I point to the mountain and I say the actual city here is underneath of the mountain. And it is... How large is this city? It's not that large, right?
This dwelling here is probably 100,
Like-
200 at most.
A couple of... Maybe like a football field and a half or some shit?
Yeah, probably.
So the city underneath of there is roughly 7 times the size of this.
Wouldn't say a kingdom, but definitely a...
However, there
large.
is a very evil force that resides under there that we tried to deal with before, but unfortunately at the time we were
unequipped
and inexperienced. We did not have the level of experience that we do now.
Now, mind you, you are frost giants, and You are not.
The city I'm taking to.
You are not tunnel-dwelling dwarves. However, if you hope to evolve your group here and develop them to the best of their potential, you're going to need more space than this, and certain barriers and structures that, excuse my language, but might protect your people better than this. No offense.
What was your character's name again?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay. So like a Baltimore for like an uncomfortable amount of time.
I stare at you right back.
Staring you up and down. And
Can I roll to see how awkward this
mushrooms?
Sure, you can insight it.
Okay. I'm going to insight both.
How awkward are you making this, Vincent?
I'm gonna make it very awkward.
Make a performance check. You make an insight check.
Do I need to roll 2 separate times?
For what? No, just for one for the.
Okay.
I'm gonna plant some
Insight, you
mushrooms.
Yeah. And Vincent, make a performance check. It's on your sheet.
I got a 12.
So I roll D20, is that right?
Yeah.
Alright. Performance is.
You got nothing to it. Nice!
I got 2.
Good first roll.
So he's like.
Stay until it notices.
And you're like, he's being deliberate in this.
Yeah, I stay as absolutely composed as I possibly can, like trying not to laugh.
I rolled an 18.
You can tell that this is that he's trying to be deliberate.
Good job on you too.
So I kind of
First roll.
just wait.
So I put my hand on your shoulder, and then I tell him, it sounds very convincing, but my clan just had a great loss not too long ago, and the last thing I want to do is to get any sort of war or battle. But not to say that it might be something you may consider in the future to join your cause, but now is not the time.
The avalanche! I scream from the gate.
How do you know of an avalanche?
He told me everything that happened at the City of Ice, except for the dungeon. That's the only thing. That's the only thing he told me. Not that he.
Well, you did say that you did say that you tell him everything except for the dungeon.
That's it.
But I didn't know about the avalanche.
Did you not? That was during the.
That's before he died. Or that was
After I died.
he died.
After I was taken away.
Yeah. So like he died and then the avalanche.
Oh yeah, because then they met the firecracker after, so you wouldn't know about it. That makes sense.
Because I told him everything that I knew.
Yeah.
Like I was present.
And you were gone because you fell off the mountain.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. So you said you wanted to check out the structure?
The innards of your sacrificial.
There's an entrance in there.
Yep.
Great.
To
All right.
Yep.
All right. Come on. Let's go.
So who has the key, by the way?
You say that out loud.
I'm more directed
I'm
towards
just walking around
the group
village,
minus Sven. But
just like planting mushrooms just all around.
So I say,
Cass is like, I have no idea. She looks in her bag of holding, she's like, it's not here.
Oh,
I mean, I know I didn't have the key.
well, I definitely don't have the key. Oh wait,
It wasn't a key, was it?
Yes,
It was
It was a key.
a phrase, wasn't it?
Nope.
It was a key.
It was a key. Maybe the box has it.
So I set the box down.
Cass, do you mind asking?
No perception check needed. You know that the name on the box that had Cass's name slowly spelled out. You notice that now it just says CAS, and like all the rest of the stuff is almost dribbled.
So like more directed towards her or no?
Less,
Okay.
way less.
Okay.
Okay. So how it was going, it was. Now it's like backtracking.
Correct.
Okay. So Box, do you happen to know of the key that was here before? Do you have that?
You see it flash.
Open it.
I have many keys.
The key that gave us entrance into here, it was like a stone key.
I have many stone keys. This is the first time that you see you see him talking to a box, and then like as he opens it, like you see like more letters keep coming out. This is very intriguing to you. You know that it might be worth probably a lot of money.
What is the name of this mountain?
Well, it doesn't matter. It'd be the city of Calanor.
So ask it.
Do you have the stone key for the city of Calanor that goes in, that opens the secret passage through the old tavern /inn?
You see it flash, and it says, "I do not have the key of Calanor, through blah 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 blah.
Did I at least say the name right?
Nope.
What was it?
Calanor?
I thought it was.
That's not the name of the city that was under it, though.
In the mountain or this city?
No, that was it.
Does anybody have the city written down? The name of the city written down?
We just said it earlier, and you confirmed it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
No. Because remember, the city under is named after something else, and the city on top is the...
No, you don't know what the city is. You know it's the City of Ice.
That's it, right?
That's what all the folk tales talk about.
No,
all the songs talk about City of Ice.
rumor check or anything for...
No, we made that earlier.
Okay, that's right.
That's what I had you roll on, and then you were like, "Oh, I rolled this," and I was like, "Yep, sounds good."
Yeah,
The City of Ice. The key for the City of Ice that leads downstairs, blah, blah, blah.
Do not have the key of City of Ice.
Bless America. We could try to pick it.
Yeah, we tried that before, we couldn't.
Did we?
Yes. I don't know that.
So you guys are like right outside of the gate to get in, and he's still talking to a box.
Okay, well, just let's take us there, and we'll deal with this problem once we get there. We once had a key. We can't find it. Someone in our group has it. We just don't know where it is.
Very strange travelers.
You have a lot to learn.
You should have seen all the people that we lost in the process. Can I make a history check to try to figure out what the name is that apparently I'm not aware of?
Disadvantage.
So we go inside.
You go inside? Oh yeah, sure. If he leads you in, yeah.
6.
Sit down. You call in door is what you got right now.
But that's not the name of it.
Correct. You get the feeling it's super close.
That's definitely what I said earlier.
That's what I thought you said.
So, do you allow them in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you approach the gate, as you notice, as you see a frost giant is kind of standing there, and he kind of looks you up and down. Obviously, you being in a higher stature than him, you kind of tap your staff down as this ice staff of a wyvern kind of looks at him, and then you see as he backs up very respectfully, opens the gate. As you see inside, you see multiple humans, elves, dwarves, all lined up, chained by the neck, as they are kind of circled around, chained to the walls. The whole structural integrity of the whole place, that what used to be when you entered, it was like the dining room with the desk, and then off to the left was like the fireplace, and then it had like the hallway. Mm-hmm. It looks like to be completely excavated out. Mm-hmm. It's one massive area, and there's blood all over the place, and you can see as like there's one frost giant just completely like nothing but like a skirt on, like a battle skirt, as he has a double-bladed axe in hand, and he's like, "Release the next one!" As you see he kind of goes over, and you see as he kind of looks at each one, and then you see as he kind of releases a dwarf, and the dwarf kind of like stumbles off. You see as he's like completely tattered and torn. You can tell he's been probably there and starved for days. To you, this is game. This is nice. We see, they're a slave. Who do we care about them? They're dying. Yeah.
I tell him it's a snow day.
Yes.
I do have it written down. The last fucking page.
And then, so you see as he picks up the axe, and you see as this dwarf goes running, and he's like, "Ah!" and the frost giant just kind of waits and waits and waits and waits, and then you see as he goes to swing, and he's gonna miss the dwarf, as the dwarf ducks underneath the big giant axe and literally runs through his legs, as now he's running toward you guys. He drops the axe, and you can see as he's just running toward you, eyes full of somewhat hope, questionable hope. You see as like through his body language, he is coming to you for help.
I step towards him.
Sure.
I just put my arms out like this.
You see as this begins to take... I mean, he's still probably about a turn out before getting to you.
I cast Hold Person on him.
So you cast Hold Person as a saving throw?
It is a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's cockeyed. That's a 5. So he's not gonna say it. As you see, he's like...
So I look at Rockshaw. I look at the executioner.
The executioner just kind of like makes his way back. He like looks over in your area. He's like dumbfounded because he's like, "You're fully dressed, not slaves."
Us?
Yeah. But he sees obviously your escort. And then he just kind of like stands at attention real quick, and he's just, Rockshaw, may I finish?
Yes, go ahead.
As he just swings, and you just see as his body just gets cleaved in half.
May we continue with what we're doing?
It's a good time, guys.
I go back to the boss and I say the correct name for that key and do blah 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 blah.
No.
With Calanor.
No.
Fucking hell. Okay.
So, do I have like a general like idea now that granted everything's been excavated and cleared out? Do I know like in what
You would know that like back in that corner would be somewhat the area in which it's in, but that corner looks completely like destroyed. Like you just see more new rock formations that you don't even notice. You don't even like recognize.
But is it like walls like impeding me from getting to where that could potentially?
It just looks like a bunch of rubble. Like they literally just excavated it all out.
So I look around. How many other slaves are currently chained up?
Give me a second. I'm just switching your back on call. You look around and there's at least 5 chains with at least probably about 12 different varieties of races. So you're probably looking at 5 times 12, about 60 people.
Holy shit!
Rockstar, do you mind if I inspect that area and I point to the rubble or the area that I would
Put the box.
reminisce
Sure. Yeah.
the area to me?
I was like, there's really nothing much there, so yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and I make my way over in that direction.
I go over and I help. I'm just helping move boulders really.
Yeah. So you guys like move boulders. No check needed. You don't find it.
Nothing? Now this is all stone or dirt or what is it?
A variety of everything. Totems.
Detect magic on the stone wall.
You see there's a trace of magic throughout the stone wall.
Do you think it can't be impeded?
Knowing
that he
you know a little bit about how like this city was founded, or see how it's like you know that the shamans came in and helped excavate a lot of this out. A lot of the stuff that maybe was here is gone or been cut off or barricaded for whatever reason.
Okay, got it.
But I mean, we still know that it's somewhere in this direction.
Sure.
I mean, eventually the tunnel would, like,
It would have to open up.
yeah. So what? We just keep on moving the ship.
I don't know. So knowing like an estimated like idea of where the entrance would have been. Granted, there's
You should
rubble.
already be in it then.
Okay, from what I recall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, the whole inn wasn't that big to begin with.
Exactly.
It was,
Yeah.
you go in, there was like a fireplace off to your right, and then there was a hallway that had rooms on either side.
Correct.
This looks to be completely excavated out.
Correct. Yeah. So I say, Rockjaw, understanding that you would like to protect your people and just protect them from any potential harm doing. We would like to find entrance into this mountain. The only way that I know of doing so is to create a tunnel into that. However, that leaves you unguarded to whatever might come from within.
Not necessarily true.
Granted, you've got a very big frost giant gentleman over here that's doing work.
But I mean, also we could, if we were able to make a tunnel, they could just simply move a boulder in place.
This is true. How do you feel about me creating an opening so that we might gain entrance?
1 second.
Take your time.
Well, first, I don't quite trust you guys just yet to tell you some of that information, but
We don't. We don't need any more information. We have pretty much a good idea of where we're going at this point.
I do have a test for you guys to see if I can gain my trust.
Okay.
So I have this line of slaves that we kill every day to sacrifice for our god. We have one more that's lining up, and I would want to give one of you guys the honor to slay one of these slaves. If you can do that, then I'll help you guys.
I set down the box. I pull out my sword. Where is he?
I'm just sketching the town, going to different spots and just sketching.
So let's go walk up to the executioner. He has some lined up.
So Cass kind of steps forward. She's like, she kind of looks at you, Emerald. She goes, "Should we let him do that? Do we know if that's going to trigger anything inside of him?"
Does she say that loud enough to where like?
She's like trying to be like discreet about it, but like.
Stand whisper.
I mean, you took
Wow,
a fight
really
about it,
flipping the
but...
script. We're all going evil.
I'm not fighting about it. If you want to do it, go for it. I don't care.
So I look at Cass and I say, "Must be done. Must be done."
We don't have all day.
No,
Is someone going to do this?
into it. What was that?
Or if someone, whoever wants to do this, then go ahead.
Sam.
Does he need to die a certain way, or can I use my magic?
No. I mean, have free reign. Make it as bloody as possible.
Oh, that's definitely his department then. And I sheathe my sword and I step back.
Yeah, I also take a few steps back.
She walk all the way up to the wall, maybe even close to like where one of them are. After I put the box back on my back, like where one of the slaves are.
Back.
This is gonna get gross.
Make a perception check.
Me?
Yeah, Mr. Sam.
$15.
15. So you kind of scan over the slaves, and one of them, as your eyes pass over, kind of sparkle, almost as if to like reflect light, and then you look back at him, and he just seems to be a normal dragonborn.
How about that one?
Sure.
And I point to her.
You know, this one was caught last week, just going around. You saw him trying to take some food from the city, and brought him into the slave pits.
So I motion to the executioner to bring that one out.
So you see as he kind of goes over and he kind of just clips the dragonborn. The dragonborn kind of steps off. You can tell he hasn't been eaten for a couple days, or he hasn't eaten in a couple days. You can tell he's tired, he's weary, but you can tell that there's fight within him. Like you can tell there's a drive. You can tell that there's something pushing him further than the other slaves. They give him an axe, and then he drops the axe, and he's like, sword. And the executioner, not really caring, because they have basic weapons all over the place. They give a sword to him, and then he just kind of looks at you. He goes, "All right, bring it."
So, what can you describe what the dragonborn looks like to me?
He looks like a sky blue dragonborn. He kind of looks like the ones from the Ravarak back at Tortola. Do you recognize him?
Oh wait, say that again. He's a what now?
I said he looks sky blue, and he kind of looks like he has like the features of someone from the Ravarak.
Should I make a history check?
Sure, you can make a history check.
Natural 1, I don't know this dude.
You don't know shit, bro.
I tried, dog. I say that out loud.
So, and he's just there, but you see that there's fight in his eyes. Like, you see it, but he's not putting up a fight. It's up to you. What do you do?
I'm going to message him and ask him if he wants to live. Would you like to live?
That's playing with your food.
Yes.
That ain't right.
He says that in response to the message, not out loud.
No, I know. Give me a reason to keep you alive.
Save me and find out.
Ooh.
Nice!
Noise!
Holding cards to the chest!
I send him one last message saying, this is going to hurt, but you're going to have to deal with it.
You don't get a response. In fact, you see his body like tense up and looks to be ready to receive.
Okay.
Assume the position.
Are you gonna allow me to use my quicken spell to use an ability at the same time as another ability?
If it's doing something cool just for the sake of doing something cool at this one moment, yes. Otherwise, no.
Alright.
Did you hear that last part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for this moment. I got you. Alright, I'm going to queue up my quicken spell and twin spell. I'm going to cast 3 spells.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to him.
Okay.
My first spell is going to be fireball at the ground. With me in it.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm also going to cast darkness. At which point, I'm quicken spelling my dimension door to go outside of the village, like way outside the village, like the other side of the mountain, or on the other side of the mountain that the frost giants aren't on.
I'll give you a hint. To go anywhere but straight up would probably mean death. Because it's up to 500 yards, right? Or
500 feet.
500 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywhere but straight up is probably going to kill you.
Now, are they going to be able to see him on the mountain though?
I don't know. It depends on how good you can conceal yourself before they see you.
I mean, alright, so I'm going to do that. At the same time, I'm going to take the vial of Vashta's blood, and I'm going to throw it on the ground, and I'm going to push him through it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Bonus action?
Some crazy stuff he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Quite a show.
But with darkness?
Huh?
Because he's casting darkness.
Yeah.
We can't even see this.
No, so what you hear is you hear a fireball go off. But at the same time, you just see darkness of black...
Well, you're gonna hear him scream because he's gonna be like shocked by the fact that I'm throwing a fireball at me.
Screams like a little girl.
Yeah,
you hear him scream with a natural one. Oh, he's screaming. As darkness assumes the area, you hear the fireball trigger at the same time, and make a perception check, all of you, except for Sam. Not gonna make one.
I'm sketching the town, man. I don't even know anything's going on right now.
Well, they probably would have. Somebody would have signaled you.
I'll wait until the end of this, and then I'll walk in and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Oh,
Yeah.
29.
29?
I got
30?
I got 11 total.
11 total?
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
7.
So, you don't hear this, but at the very end, you hear shh.
Oh.
So Sam, you and this Dragonborn, pretty much reassume like in the air as you guys are.
I think it's just the Dragonborn. Because he pushed him through.
No, I'm pushing through too because I plan on casting Fly on him the second I get through.
Okay, so you push him through the dimension door?
I'm going through with him.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you guys assume in a sky-like area.
Yep.
As you seem to drop probably about 20 feet.
What is that?
Make a perception check. What color is your cape?
I make a perception check.
Who's making the perception check?
Me?
Yeah, because you're outside.
Yeah, because I'm outside, so I see something just appear.
Oh, nice.
I don't even know if I made a color for it.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's
26.
The color is nude.
So it's okay. So
26.
make a
the sky blue dragonborn?
stealth check.
Oh, this should be fun.
I'll say with disadvantage because you really didn't know where you're coming out of.
21?
That's with disadvantage?
Sorry. I gotta take 5, so 16.
I got 26.
You see as a and you're like, wait a minute, I know that. As
Hi, Sam! Yeah, kind of stuff.
you see as you do see like your side of Area 1 kind of like look up at the mountain as they see like this small drop. You do hit and you do go right behind of a rock, so you're right out of eye view or line of sight. But on your way down, you kind of saw a good couple of heads of the frost giants kind of look in your direction.
Alright.
So you know that maybe some of them saw you, not all of them, but some of them did. For those that are down, darkness is still in this area. You're waiting to see what the outcome of this is, as all of you are.
Okay.
Alright, in that, since they've seen them, I'm going to cast invisibility and fly on him.
Sure.
And then I'm going to say, what's your name?
I think
What's your name?
Where you are?
Are you messaging or saying out loud?
Is he rich?
Say what?
Are you saying this out loud or message?
What I did.
Message.
Give me a huge
Message.
reward.
You hear as the name says Kristan.
Spell that for me.
Krystan. Why are you guys laughing?
Identification number?
What's your
Social Security.
What is that?
What's your PIN number to your bank?
What's a bank?
We know what banks are.
Get with the
I come
time.
walking into the building. Hey guys, did you know Sam's flying outside?
In message, I'm going to say, I will find you, and we will have a conversation after this. But for now, leave. You have an hour of flight and an hour of invisibility. They will not find you.
Fly my check.
Sure.
And I turn around and I dimension
Both
back.
concentration.
See where I was at, standing over the puddle of blood.
Yeah, from Fireball. Okay. So you walk in and say, "Hey, did anybody see Sam outside?"
Hey, what are you guys doing in?
Do we see him because it's darkness?
Hey,
see him?
No. It's big enough to where that darkness is just in one area.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you guys partying in here?
You walk in and you see like the frost giant, you see the party that you're part of, and then you see like a
Darkness
black
sphere.
darkness sphere, and you're like,
We partying? What's going on?
You've had one
Mushrooms?
too many mushrooms. No, put them away. No one wants to have those.
I ate the mushrooms.
"Eat a mushroom."
He's into,
And I
he's
get-
into psychedelics.
Hello.
Okay, got it. Because it doesn't make sense because Sam was right there.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
All right, for those, make a perception check. Now everybody make a perception check except for Sam.
What? But he was whatever. I ate another mushroom. That's good. Maybe I start questioning myself whether I saw him.
6. Oh. I have a 10. Oh, is that a 9 or 6?
That is.
Oh, that's a 9.
22.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So
71.
I have 13 total.
13. Would you make?
Am I making a perception?
Oh yeah,
check?
you're in there
okay.
now. Could you guys like try to not roll right where the mic is? Because literally when you guys do that, the whole bar goes red.
Sorry. Deal with it. 17.
17. So you hear it. Everybody hears it except for you, Raksha. As you hear the small shoo come back
So I
again.
suspect nothing.
You suspect nothing, correct?
Okay.
I just start clapping.
I run outside real quick and I look into the sky again, and then I run back and look at here, and then I run back and I look at the sky again, and then I look at the mushrooms.
I look at the slave that like I'm standing right next to. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Yeah.
He's just like,
I go up to all the slaves. Last meal before you
I
die?
talked to him about it.
Last meal before you
Oh
die?
my god.
Last meal before you die? Mushroom.
you see as like a lot of them look at your mushroom and then look at like the frost giants and they're like, they're afraid to take it from you.
I look at the fashion. Last meal before you die? Okay. I ate mushroom.
Sam, do you come out of the darkness? Or try to?
I actually dispel the darkness as I come back.
Oh, okay.
And before I do that, I message the entire group and say, y'all didn't hear anything.
Sure, just out of curiosity, you're in darkness. Message, you need to be able to point to them. How are you doing that if they're in darkness? If you're in darkness.
Good call.
Let me see.
I start chatting up the executioner. So how long have you been doing this, bud? You enjoying it? Good benefits? Not much of a talker?
Actually, you would be able to understand them.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Common. Yeah. Well, if they know common, I know common.
They're not supposed to be holding that.
Now you could dispel it and then message them.
Yeah, I'm trying
a
to.
magical map.
Oh, okay. Not that I would. No.
No, you wouldn't know that, but
I think I have dark vision, so I can actually see through it.
I don't know.
No, I don't think darkness works like that. But it doesn't matter.
It actually says that. I'll read it to you because I just read it just to make sure. Creature with dark vision. Oh, you're right. I'm listening. I'm incorrect. Then yeah, I'll dispel it and message them.
Sure. So you see as he dispels it, and then all of a sudden he sends a whole bunch of rocket snaps your ways as he messages you.
I'm doing subtle magic on that too, Juan. So there will be no components for anybody to know that I'm doing that.
Sure.
I kind of freak out a little bit, and I respond in my mind, "You're not one of the voices I normally hear."
What do you say to them?
We heard nothing.
Y'all heard nothing.
Got it. So, not that you heard anything to begin with, but
But I at this point I should know that it makes a noise when I come back.
I just keep clapping. I'm like, yeah, all right. That was.
as you see that there's just like a pool of blood, scorch marks everywhere. You actually see as like two of the other slaves that were closest to him are actually like incinerated.
Alright, so I walk up to Sam, and I put my hand on his shoulder and look at him for an uncomfortable amount of time. And I scan him up and down.
Do you deliberately do it awkward?
I do.
Make a persuasion check. Or make a performance check, I'm sorry.
Can I see the key on this executioner, or are they all tied up both rope? The slaves.
Sorry.
Oh, the slaves?
I have a 4.
4?
Yeah.
Dude, you're
I'm
killing
not.
it.
Again, you're like...
I said, you seem very powerful. You did good by our god today. So.
Okay. You look at the key. You notice that he doesn't have any key. But there are metal collars and metal shackles that hold them.
I keep chatting up the executioner. Wife and family you're supporting?
So now that part's done,
Yes.
That's good.
can we dig a hole now
How tall are you, fella?
so that we can hopefully give you all a more proper home?
Specifically, a concept.
Is this a childhood dream of yours?
Well, the thing is, I don't really want to destroy any part of my city because it's a sacred place, our sacrifice arena. But you want to get inside of the arena, I understand it?
Inside of this mountain.
The mountain.
So we like point in the direction of a wall, specifically like that one.
The one where all of the rubble is that you're not currently using.
What about the giant hole?
Yeah, there's another. Do I know if there's another entrance or?
What giant
Wow.
hole?
The giant hole in that one building you told me about. So there was like a ladder that just goes like down.
I didn't
or
tell you
something.
that.
In the city, in the town, there was a house, and you said there was like a
He
vampire.
didn't tell you anything about the dungeon.
So
He told you about the house. He probably told you about the coffin, but he never told you
Didn't
about
tell
what
me
was
about
in
the
the
hole.
coffin.
Oh, okay.
I say if you want to go inside of it, there's no need to create another entrance because we already have one.
Oh, well, why didn't you say that?
I would have saved us some time.
Why don't you just tell me you want to go in to begin with?
Well, that
We did,
Oh.
but sure. Either way, yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I just started shaking the slaves' hands. Like I'm like, that was a good performance. Y'all are doing great. You know, good luck in the
I'm assuming it's
next
in the
life. Do
other
any of them
structure that you have.
seem? Do any of them seem to stand out to me?
Make a perception check.
$27.
27.
Well, there was a dragonborn. If the answer is no, I'm okay with that.
No, there is someone.
But you missed it by 1. Damn it!
Rothschild, I'm assuming the entrance is in one of your other structures.
Right, most of the entrances are blocked off, but we did leave one accessible.
Oh.
Yes.
You see someone that's that has very similar facial features.
To whom?
But you can't. You don't know who.
Male, female, race.
The one in front, the individual in front of you.
Oh, the one as I'm shaking hands or whatever.
Yeah, it's a female.
Female.
And you like see very vaguely like similar facial features, but you can't pick out where.
Don't I know you?
I just say, what is your name? Is it Elf?
Nope. She's human.
Okay, so I just say in common. What is your name?
She just looks at the frost giants and she's like,
"Oh, can I ask what this one's name is?"
No, we don't have time for this. We need to get into the mountain.
I'm just curious.
It's like, yeah, what's the matter? She's gonna die pretty soon, anyways.
So what's your name?
wow. You see, as her tongue is cut out.
You won't get an answer.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. Okay, and I pat her on the shoulder.
So,
Sorry,
as you were, yes.
Okay, so I'll lead the way.
Okay.
Alright, well, it's nice talking to you, big bud. Just tap him. I just
like slap his knee.
Oh, yeah, just
I say, is something wrong with your friend here? Or?
Just slap his knee.
We just recently joined our party.
We're gonna take a quick break there, just so that way I can use the restroom because I gotta use the restroom.
Can I cast suggestion on the big executioner guy whenever I touches me and stuff?
You may certainly try.
Okay, cool. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's a charm.
It is control, not charm.
I think we discussed that at a way earlier point.
What? Suggestion?
About. Never mind. Whatever. Which one? Let me use the restroom.
Creatures that can't be charmed or immune are immune to this effect. So you do it, and you realize that he's immune to the effect.
Okay. It's not charmed, though. It's control.
No. In suggestion, like the spell, it actually says creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. You do it, like you're like, oh yeah, here, and then you do it, and you're like, oh, he's immune to being charmed.
What edition are you using?
5th edition. Suggestion, 2nd level enchantment.
Yeah, it just doesn't say it online. That's all.
Looking in the player's handbook.
This?
It's the D&D Beyond. It's all based off the player's handbook and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
It says concentration up to 8 hours. You should just creature. I'm just looking for it. It's got a lot of text. So I'm just.
Yeah, well, this is because I know D&D Beyond also have like a lot of different. What up, man? It's suggestion, right? S-T. Suggestion. 2nd level enchantment. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect.
Sorry.
Anyhow, is there something you wanted to do instead of that? Is that what you were trying to do?
No, I was just gonna suggest him that he was just like, hey, you had a big busy day. Maybe you should just let the rest of the slaves go and just take the day off. That's all. I was
Good try though. That would have been dope. That would have been dope.
That's all I was just trying to do.
Yes, we are, but I wanted to make sure that was clarified and all that good stuff. So, but we're gonna take a quick break.
D&D Beyond, update your crap.
We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. We're going to go ahead and get right on in it as our players are being led by Raksha, a frost giant of somewhat high status within the frost giant clan. As you showed up, asked to look around a little bit, went to the slave area of executions, killed one slave, and then turned around and left as you guys are walking to an area where he believes is the entrance to the dungeon. If you'd like to kind of explain your way, or I can explain it for you however you'd like.
Yeah, you can explain as we're walking there, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to say anything as we're walking through, just feel free to let me know.
Right, sure.
So you guys walk across yet again the middle of Calanor. As you see, everybody still seems to be in their high vigilant state. You guys walk over to the area in which you found Harden. Over at the rubble. He kind of looks at the rubble a little bit, he kind of admires it for a little bit, and then turns left as he walks into that door right over there. You notice that this door in itself is actually more adorned in tokens of fallen things. You see horns, tails, nails, fingers, just a variety of different stuff adorned on this door.
At any point while we're walking through the village, is there like a community like chow pot where everybody's getting the same food?
Like
from?
a trough?
Not that you've seen.
Not that I've seen yet.
Not that you've seen.
Isn't also this the other direction in which we would have known? Okay. Alright, nope, keep going, you got it.
So you see as he walks in, as you guys...
These giants are very friendly.
You walk in and you see as again this whole place has been excavated out. As this area seems to make wide, make tall, as a frost giant should, but everything is decorated in ice. The hallways decorated in a fine ice, as it seems to be chiseled very finely. You see as the variety of benches, the variety of chalices that you see, everything seems to be made out of ice. As you continue to walk forward, you notice that there's a bridge, like an ice bridge that kind of leads over, and as you guys come up to this bridge, you kind of look down as it's just black beneath you. Also in front of you, over the bridge is probably about 120 feet across, again, straight ice. As you guys get off to the center, you see another ice platform from what it looks like kind of come across the side, as it looks to be inside the mountain, like connected to the mountain on that side. And there's a altar created out of ice, where you see 6 frost giants completely adorned in traditional, almost ceremonial garbs, attire, and they seem to be in mid-seance over a black, not orb,
Mass?
I guess
Chalice?
I guess an orb, not a chalice. Remember, okay, so...
Obelisk?
No, Jimmy Neutron. You know his like little electron thing? I can't forget what it's called right now.
An atom?
An atom, yeah, thanks. That's essentially what it is. It's like a black atom, and it has like 4 white
rings,
but they also have 4 little frost ice pellets that all seem to be just circling, and you definitely see as they're in mid ceremony of something. You know that it's probably not a good idea to talk to them or interrupt them in this moment, because something of this caliber that involves all 6 of them, if something goes wrong, it could very well be really bad for you.
Hey friends, what are you guys doing over there?
Stop.
And I walk towards them.
Sure, you're gonna step onto the ice bridge?
I will go up to, and then I will look over the edge of it for a second. And I go,
Also, you see on the ice bridge, as it's 120 feet across, probably about 80 feet out, the bridge also expands into two other ways, where one goes to a red door, and the other one kind of leads down almost into the blackness, but you don't see where this goes.
So
and you notice it's not steps. It looks to be like
a slide.
Almost.
Nice. I definitely walk across the ice bridge, start going towards.
You see as this giant. You see as this.
I start sketching what's going on.
This mini frost giant decides to step out onto the ice bridge.
Can I smack him?
Sure. Make an attack. So you roll a d20 and then just add your strength.
Okay.
That's cocked.
Yeah. Hold on.
There you
So
go.
13, and then my strength is 18. Wait, plus 4.
Yep. So plus 4.
Okay, so 22 plus 13 is 35.
Not 22.
No. You only add the 4 to what you rolled.
Oh.
So 17.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna definitely hit even with the 13 alone. So.
Gotcha. So you decide to go up as you just feel backhand across the back of your head.
Heyo.
Does he fall off the bridge?
No, not where he's currently at.
Okay,
They're currently at. There's still walls.
Okay.
I told you to mind your surroundings. Don't be disrespectful. You see what's going on.
I am. I'm literally minding them by sketching them into my book.
That doesn't
So
mean you need to cross the bridge.
where does that slide go that goes down?
Is that, am I supposed to stand and make it up? Or,
I think he's asking you.
Yeah.
oh, okay. That goes to another prayer room for the seance people.
That's also also past that room is where you're leading them.
Oh, yeah. But we're actually going to go in and through that room right now.
How do we get back up the slide?
By following me.
Good. What are they doing right now?
In response to Emerald telling me not to go on the bridge, I go, fine, I won't go on the bridge. And a dimension door over there. It's only 500 feet, so I can only really go 500 feet. And I'm just going to go on like the edge of it over here just so I can see better. That's all I'm going to do.
The edge of which door? Or
Like the side of the hole.
Well, it's 120 feet, so you could dimension door all the way over.
Yeah. But he told... I just got smacked and he's telling me to mind my surroundings, so I just kind of go to the side of it instead where I'm not in the way.
That's fine. I have no problem with that.
If that's okay.
I just want to give him the opportunity if he wants to. There's something he can do, so I just want to allow him the opportunity if he so chooses. But as far as I understand, you're at the entrance. You're just literally just going like right here. You're not going on the bridge.
Correct.
Yeah, that's fine.
Next to it. I'm just sketching what's going on.
Yeah. Like I don't think he will, but I'm just saying that I want to let him know that he has options to do certain things because this is something sacred to his area.
Okay.
But yeah, so you attempt to do that. He's only going like literally a couple feet out to the edge of the bridge. He's not actually going on the bridge.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Well, I want to make sure, like, is there another side of the bridge with a platform that's kind of like the same where we're at?
Where it goes down, you don't know.
No, not where it goes down, where these guys are just doing their thing.
Oh yeah, there's a whole like altar over there.
Yeah, so I'm just like on the other side then.
So you're gonna dimension door all the way across to the other side.
But I'm out of the way, like by the edge, not near that. I'm just like on. So I'm at the edge of the bridge on this side. I'm on the edge of the bridge, just on the other side.
Okay, then that would trigger something that is probably a no for you.
So I see him doing this.
Yeah, you see him. Yeah, because it opens up a door on the other side as well, right?
Correct. It's just like
So you see,
open up,
you
and
see
then another door opens up, and I
you
walk
see
out.
like two white doors, like appear, like one in front of him, and then one on the other side of the bridge, not in the way of the shamans, but like right outside of the shamans.
Okay. Well, I'm very defensive right now, so I do the counter spell against his spell.
Cool.
And I stop. And I say, "What are you doing?"
He has to roll, right?
What level is it?
My dimension door is a level 4.
Okay,
So if he does it at 3rd level, it's a roll, I believe, right?
No, it's 4th level. You said, right?
Mine's a 4th level.
Yeah.
His counter spell is only at 3rd level.
Yeah. So the DC is 11. Because it's 10 plus whatever the level of the spell is. Oh, sorry, no, that's right. So it'd be 4, so it'd be 14. So you're going to roll. Is it an intelligence check?
I think it's never mind.
You attempt to interrupt a creature that is in process of casting a spell. The creature is casting a 3rd level or lower. The spell fails and has no effect. If it is a casting at 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful,
so
creature spells failed and has no effect.
Yeah.
So I have to roll more than a 14.
Yeah, so you have to roll a spell casting ability. So you would add.
So you roll d20, and then you're going to add your spell casting ability modifier.
So
Which I didn't put it on there, but it's 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got it. Easy.
I got 19.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you do that, and you see as he kind of like puts his staff forward as the Wyvern head for the first time. You see its eyes kind of like light up in like almost like a blood red. As you see the other side, you're about to step through, and then you go to take a step forward, and then you just.
I look at the staff and I go, "Ooh, that's more interesting," and I start sketching this.
Yes.
Ask you what you're doing.
I'm drawing.
To be clear, he's not really with us.
Okay.
We just didn't feel comfortable leaving him at our place alone,
Like I said, he's not.
unsupervised.
He's real.
Okay. So if anything happens to him, it's on you.
No, it's not on us. It's on him.
Oh,
Feel
okay.
free if he's being disrespectful. If you need to take him to the executioner,
Okay.
That's
Got it.
your
You're not
call.
there yet, but you're pushing it. So.
I still just continue. Mushroom?
So you were
Okay.
saying, what are they doing again?
They're like our, I guess what you guys would call priests.
Oh,
So they're praying to our gods for
And
growth and prosperity.
and then that one that goes down to their extra prayer room, and then it goes past that. That'll lead into. But how do if you leave us, how do we get back up?
Oh, would there be a way? Or am I going to make something up? It should be fairly straightforward. Just take the path, and as long as you have a light, then you can see your way.
Alright. What's the other path? The red door? It's a red door, right? Where does that go?
Oh, that's a bathroom.
Okay. I actually know that's.
Do you need to use it?
No, I'm okay. Surprisingly, I don't.
All right.
Well, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Well, actually, prior to us going,
Do you need to use the bathroom?
no, but I had an idea. If you are leading us there and this is where we're going,
One fucking big outhouse.
maybe we should bring maybe 4 or 5 slaves with us for you to sacrifice on our way down there, to your god for extra whatever.
No, we like to sacrifice him in that sacrifice area.
Keep all the blood within the same area.
Yeah.
What do you need slaves for?
Well, I just thought it might be a good idea to take some with us. I mean, to sacrifice on the way. If we're going to give this place, to them as their new
Are
home.
you trying to
I
use
think he
them
wants
as
to
bait?
feed his demons.
Yeah.
No,
Are you trying to use them as bait?
no. I literally what I just said
Alright.
is if we, there seems some that may be prospectable in that were chained up. That if we brought them with us, and if it got to a point that, oh no, maybe
Hey, Raksha, you got any chow around here?
Not something that you would eat, probably.
I think you should lead us down into the area.
Okay, so we're not gonna get any slaves, all right? But I guess we'll continue on.
Yep.
what if I buy a slave? Can I buy a slave off you guys?
What do you have to offer that I would want?
Gold.
Maybe. How much? Well, do I have a lot of slaves, or
You had
Part
6.
You had 60. You have about 52 now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can part with one if you're willing to pay enough gold.
Sure. I'll give you 500 gold.
Sure. Is that a lot or no? I don't really know.
Not to the Frost Giants.
Oh, okay. Maybe if you can up it a little bit more.
750?
A little bit more.
Okay, why don't you fucking tell me a price then?
Hey.
You can call me disrespectful.
You are.
It's true.
Let's go.
So about that chow.
How about 1,000? 1,000 be enough?
Let's go with 1,200.
Is it really worth it?
But I get to pick out the slave.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Sounds good.
You know, you're a real pusher.
I look to Cass. in Elvin. Hey Cass, can I borrow 1,200 gold?
I don't think she would hold that much with her.
No, she has it's like 25,000 that she has on her. Something like that. And I specifically tell her it's for a girl that I saw in there. That is familiar, but I can't tell why.
The one with half a tongue.
I'll give it to you, but you're gonna give me 2,000 gold in return.
What in the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's not worth it,
Nice.
is what she's saying.
Because I can't guarantee that this money is going to be for something good or bad. And especially with what you got going on, I'm going to make sure it's coming back.
Yep. So again, not worth it. Maybe.
Out of game, I'm making sure she has at least the same amount or more gold that she's going to be coming back with, because I'm not going to keep giving away stuff for her.
And out of game, I know that if she was here, she'd be like, oh, you know what, let's save this one girl too.
I don't think so.
Fine. Yeah.
She's got half a tongue. She's not.
I think she would just be not okay with all of this, honestly.
Fine.
Lead the way.
No, we're gonna get the fucking
Chow?
I get 1,200. Can you go back with me? Or
Is it like really far off? Because if it's too far, then I'm like, we're gonna keep on going. Or
It's back across the
but that's not that far. It's
No,
only a
I
football
mean-
field, so it's like not even 50 feet.
It's up to you.
we're not gonna do this right now, but maybe when we come back. And
Yes,
I'll tell one of the other frost giants that
Maybe you
to
can
save that one.
deliver her to us.
Yeah, I'll tell one of my frost giants to reserve that one for you.
Sounds good.
But you don't even know which one it is.
But you have to describe it to me.
But how do I know that it's not the same as another one that could be misled in there? And the whole time that we're talking, we could have ran over there real quick, grabbed her, and came.
I literally look at him and be like, "What is the point?"
So in Elvish, I say Marlesh.
Oh, you know Elvin.
Oh, okay, so I'm familiar with all the slaves.
You're familiar with a lot of languages because you're the one that deals
You're the
with...
talker.
You're the talker.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I can understand what you guys are saying.
So you heard him say Marlesh.
What is Marlesh?
It's his god. What is Marlesh gonna have to do with the slave?
Look, you have your deity, I have my deity. My deity showed me something with one of your individuals.
She's not gonna be able to follow him. She can't even say who she is. What's the point?
So that chow. I'm getting pretty hungry.
Then eat your fucking mushrooms.
I have been. That's what's making me more hungry.
Thank you, Mudstone. Biscuit.
I have no chow for you.
Oh, I can provide my own chow. Do you have a chow area?
No. Not for you.
Okay.
But I tell you that we'll talk about this more later, but we're going to go toward where we're originally going to right now. So we're moving on.
Thank you.
But we're done with sacrifices for today anyway, so...
But what if we don't come back for like a week? And then you're all have accidentally sacrificed her and I've already given you 1,200 gold.
Have you already
Well-
given it to him?
Well, that's too bad then. Stuff happens.
She was gonna die.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
You were leading us.
So I guess we'll continue.
As you were.
Not the bathroom, but that door.
Yeah, none of us have to go to the bathroom.
Actually, I kind of need to go to the bathroom now that we've been talking about it a lot.
So you run over to the restroom. He's gonna use the restroom.
Hold on, before you do this, before you go running out onto the bridge, because this is important. So you decide to push forward.
Right.
The second your staff touches the bridge, you realize that there is some arcane magic that sparks off the bottom of the staff, and you see as the bridge kind of lifts and has like probably like what do you call them? Almost like a curb, that kind of lifts up from the bridge, and you notice that the ice glazes over and it almost becomes not like a watery ice, but almost like a hard ice, one that you can actually step on.
Oh.
Cool. I do want to mention about this area where we're going. We don't usually send anyone to this area because we're aware of there's a threat or some kind of creature there.
To clarify, you're walking while saying this?
Right.
Are you still wanting to use the restroom?
Yes.
So you're walking.
As he's doing this, I kind of drift off to the other.
So while he's in the restroom, we can talk and walk back and pick her up real quick, and then come right back in the time he's done.
No, I'm not going to let you guys leave. Separate too far from me. So, as I was saying, so there's a creature or some kind of threat there that I don't want to release to our people because I want to protect my people.
Understood.
So I have some conditions I'd like you to meet to agree upon before we enter this area. Right.
So you get up to the fork, where you can go off to the left and use the restroom if you'd like to use the restroom.
So we're waiting at the fork.
You go to use it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So
sure.
you go over to the door. You open it, and it looks like an outhouse, but
Perfect.
it's like probably 3 to 4 times the size that you're.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah.
You look down, it smells disgusting.
I bet.
And actually, a lot of it's frozen.
Oh, nice.
It's like they shut out big frosted turds.
Okay.
And yet he still is on the scene.
Yep.
Probably.
There's a freezer.
How does that happen? So what do? You
I'm fucking peed.
So you just like go and just.
Dude, hell yeah.
All right, cool.
So your conditions are.
I can go back.
You take it. You pee.
I can tell there's.
Turn around and you start walking your way back.
We haven't really ventured much into this area because of the threat, but we also know there's possibly plenty of gold and loot in there. So I would, for the benefit of my people,
so you're all at this fork.
Any gold and loot you find, you give to my village.
Wait a minute. So you're expecting us to go risk our lives down there and then come back and give you half?
Yes.
No.
That doesn't.
Well, you're coming with us, right?
Yeah, I'm going with you.
And how many other frost giants are coming with? Because how I look at it is that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, and there's 1 of you.
Yep.
So really, it should be we get 90%, we'll give you 10%.
I was gonna say 80-20.
Am I able to bring? I can bring frost giants with me. So
This is however you barter this out.
Yeah. So I have like a couple of guard that are always with me, anyways, as the higher up person. So I have 2 other frost giants that are always with me. So like these guys are coming with me too.
How many frost giants are there?
Me and 2 others.
So
We're pretty bad BA.
70-30 is a more even split. Mind you, we've been down here before. Have you ever been down there?
Not very far. But it's 50-50.
60-40.
If you're gonna do
No, it's 70-30. That's
currently, the more men you decide to bring forth,
65-35.
if it's
That sounds a lot like 50-50.
even split of our group to your group, that seems more appropriate because we have just as equal of a chance of we have a greater chance of losing some of our members than 3 of your people.
Well, unless they suck.
Well, those are
and
my
also we're also the ones with all the information because we've been here before.
Correct.
We're gonna do 30-70. You get 30, we get 70, and I'm good at persuasion check. Or I'm good at persuasion.
Sure.
Try to persuade him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Can I anti-persuade or?
It's just, it's persuasion.
27.
27, and for you, I will say, let's see, you're gonna hold down. You're probably going to do. I'm thinking of all the stuff in my head.
Just be a charisma check or a saving throw.
Yeah, go ahead and do a charisma. Go ahead and do
The
charisma.
talker, his charisma sucks.
That's
I have no
because
charisma.
his charisma does not shine in talking.
I have a 4.
Actually, your charisma is negative, technically.
Yeah.
What? I have no
Negative
charisma.
1.
Yeah.
9 is
I rolled
negative
4.
1.
4. So you feel highly compelled to do the 70-30 split.
I'll do 60-40. So,
Nice.
7:30, and we get rid of the problem we have down here, or we walk away. Neither of us benefiting anything.
And also, you also keep in mind too, like you've done deals like this prior in the past, and you also know that sometimes things can go south and people can die. So, questions you want to ask about like solidifying a deal is like, is this solidified for now, or until people die, or do I get compensation for bodies lost? Do you?
I mean, that's what we're bargaining right now.
you're bargaining your bodies.
But also that's what you're bartering bodies. That's what you're essentially. You're saying for half your group, half my group. You're doing 50-50. Let's say you go into the dungeon the first 5 minutes, half his group dies. All of a sudden now you have nobody. Your group is now back up. So are you going to change the deal? These are things that like him already done deals in the past would know this kind of stuff.
And
So this is stuff that he would want to bring up to see however he wants to barter that out.
yes.
Okay, so I guess I want to.
But you have one piece of crucial information that you have on your side.
I'm the only one that can get you guys inside. Right.
I mean, we can go dig a tunnel.
Which
We did this out of respect for your people.
I insight him about the if he is the only way to get us in.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
All this is happening.
27.
I cast invisibility.
Okay.
Oh. I'd start walking down.
Sure. Okay.
Stay long.
27? You believe him. Seems to be telling the truth. You give.
Oh, I forgot. This is the place with the little girl, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. This will get interesting.
You are loud right now.
I know.
Alright.
Not you. About 10-15 feet out, you notice that the ice bridge begins to get slippery again. So you can kind of tell that it's based on where his staff is. That kind of keeps the bridge. It kind of maintains from people that are not supposed to be there, not to be.
Yeah, I got you. I'll keep invisibility and I'll just stay in front, and every time it gets closer, I just
Sure.
keep moving forward
Okay,
wherever the
okay.
radius is. Lasts for an hour.
Alright, so I'll just agree to the 70-30, whatever. So it should be pretty good. If we're all in agreement with that, then we'll continue.
I mean, I can write up a contract real quick if you want. I've done it before.
Please do.
Okay.
Any paper?
Just
I
FYI,
should have done this through the break.
I have been here before. I have also fought the deity that's here. I also know what she's capable of.
So this is new information. Now you know that there's a deity involved. Now you know that the stakes are higher. Now you know that if there's a deity involved, that means better loot. You might want to change your barter.
But I can tell these guys are like super strong that I can probably do without them and stuff. So.
Yeah, you probably could do without them.
Oh, yeah, that good? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, like,
I'm awkward.
You're let me put it this way. You in your state right now, you're humoring them by allowing them to walk amongst your city with you to humor them in what type of information they're looking for. Now, whether or not you allow them to do that is up to you. Because at any point in time, you can be like, I'm done with this.
Betray us at the last.
And then
last
you
time.
turn them into slaves. That's essentially what you could do. But the thing is, you're not, because you're the ambassador of the Frost Ranch. You're trying to keep peace as best as you possibly can.
But push come to shove, you could just...
Correct. Push comes to shove, they're in the middle of your city. You know what I mean?
Kill them.
Exactly. Like, this is the type of thought process that you would have.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm okay with that 70-30 thing, but part of me wants to just... Maybe my character likes the thrill of battle.
Sure.
Right, so he wants to... He's wanting, like, eager to go into the dungeon, too. But likes the prospect of... If anything dangerous were to come, then these guys would be, like, the sacrificial shields for him. I mean...
From their perspective.
Yeah.
So you're saying no matter what happens, 7:30.
Sure.
So everybody could die in your party except for you.
And I'll get
70-30.
Sure. Whatever. One of them could die.
Exactly. And it could still be 7-30.
I don't care if anybody here dies. I'm just here for the
As far as it
stories.
stands right now, we don't have anything because we haven't even gotten inside. So
are we just continuing down?
He hasn't moved.
Well,
he's waiting for him to drop the contract.
Yeah, at this point, we definitely could have gotten this slave by now.
Cass would also turn to you, Baltimore, and she says, none of this shady shit that you've been trying out. She's like, if you're going to make a contract, make it right. And if not, throw it off the edge now. Because I'm not doing it again.
Okay, dope.
Then guys, if this turns out to be another shady thing, I'm gone. And then I'll just reconvene with you afterward. But I know last time she was super upset about it. So.
Wait, what was shady?
She didn't like the whole shady thing, her and Atreya. That whole thing with the library.
I come up behind her.
Library.
Really?
I wasn't there. I was down in the potion room, remember? I put all the potions in the box.
Were you dead?
No,
I wasn't dead. I just hadn't come.
Back to life yet?
Yeah, I think I was somewhere else. I wasn't in the library.
Gotcha.
I physically was not there, so I have no idea.
In my invisibility, I'll go up behind Cass and whisper into her ear, I'm with you, I'll leave with you, and I'll get us out of here.
Who's that?
That's fine. And I go back to my spot where I was.
Okay.
So where it stands right now, we haven't entered. We still have all of our party members, which you said you're going to have 2 other guards with you. Where are they? Are they here?
I snap my fingers.
You snap your fingers, and you see as 2 frost giants come walking in with their own stabs. You said 2, right?
Yeah.
And they start making their way across the bridge. I'll see that. No. He's still an NPC, and I still control it.
Wild.
Do the other 2 start walking down? And do they also control the bridge, hopefully?
Yeah, this is already going to be changed by the second letter. The second word. I, Baltimore, am agreeing. No, it's going to be everybody.
What?
Baltimore,
am agreeing.
to going under the city and can help rid the problem there. Yeah, this I already see there's even the wording in this is not happening. Nope.
So to clarify, I haven't actually signed it. I was just signing it.
Oh yeah. In fast track, yeah. But just in the wording alone, I'm already seeing it. No. So you see this is highly sketchy. You don't like it. You've seen people like this before that they try and use and undermine you. It's not.
So I tear it up then.
I'm not going to tear it up.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me finish reading first. Let me finish reading just in case.
Well, guys, once again, we're sponsored by Sunshine Games and Nerd Brewery. Not really sponsored, but we're associated with them. They do a lot of nerdy stuff. Sunshine Games is
Baltimore can change this contract at any time.
That's why I do tear it up.
Why don't we just do an old-fashioned...
I was like, I know this. I was like, I just gotta find it. I was like, where was it?
Why don't we just do an old...
And then I was like, why is he using the word? You know what gave it away, though? You capitalized C in contract. And I was like, why is the C in contract capitalized? And then I was like, why is Baltimore underlined? And then I saw it, and I was like, oh yeah, no.
Why don't we do an old-fashioned handshake? And I take my scimitar and I cut my hand, and I.
Ooh, you've seen this before. This is a magical bond that he's trying to attempt, or at least to you it is. So therefore, you can actually, you yourself can create a magical bond just because of the nature of a dream caster that you are.
Just leave.
And you can seal this. Now with a dream, as a magical bond though, if one party does not uphold it, they die.
You just fly down.
Oh, shit, just like a real
thing. We can just do it ourselves. You get 100% though.
I'm just waiting for the stairs to continue.
So I cut my hand and I give him my scimitar in hopes that he would cut his hand and we would shake on it.
So it's like a blood contract then.
An old-fashioned
you hear
handshake.
this. Actually roll, because you travel.
So in the whole meantime that we're doing this, I've already given you the 1,200 gold. Could one of your giants have gone back and gotten the girl I've described and brought her back?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, it's possible.
I'm
yeah,
fucking
but-
knitting.
You have 2 frost giants there now.
At this point, I'm making a scarf at the end of the stairs. I'm just starting to knit and stuff.
Do you have a knitting kit?
I don't
Or just
fucking know. It's just fucking taking forever. I'm knitting.
18.
18. So you've
Wait, am I rolling for what? What was I rolling for?
the history check because
Oh.
you've traveled. So
Okay, then, 20. No.
okay, so 20. So even better. So you know that blood contracts, magical bonds. You've heard of this type of stuff in the past.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it's probably not to be on the bad end of one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm true to this. Like, I give my word as a druid and a member of this party that, like, it's a 70-30 split.
Sure.
Now, if things get hairy,
What do you need to find out? Huh?
if things get hairy, and I'm saying this out loud, like 70-30 is the agreement. If your people die, that's on your people and other things that happened while we were down there. If our people die, then that happens. If I die, it's broken. If you die, it's broken. That's it. I'm giving you my word. I can't speak for them, but as a member of this party, 70-30 is the deal. If you don't like it,
And we can have
Better
a.
hand bleeding the whole time.
exactly. I'm
He's like,
losing blood.
shit, it stopped bleeding.
And can I?
Yeah, exactly.
And on top of the deal, can I please have my slave come with us?
That's something.
Now,
that
and
you
I'm going
need
to try to persuade him. Hence what I'm rolling for.
Okay, so I guess one thing at a time. So I go ahead and.
All right, hold on, because you're still an NPC, and I think of things that you don't probably as of right now.
Probably, yeah.
You said that it's on you two, so you can't guarantee that whatever they take, it's still not a part of his 70-30 split.
That's on them.
See, then you wouldn't
Unless-
agree to that because
unless they can do
you
it.
going down there, you want a full 70-30 split for your clan, for your city, because he can literally say, "Well, I'm not picking up anything." Me and you get 0-0, and then their whole party gets it.
No, I wouldn't.
But that's how it came across. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
He's already thinking that way.
I mean, if he's already going to be
It's
mistrusting.
taking so long to throw my whole knitting kit down.
You see this, like, once you let it go, you just see, like, this weird knitting kit, just, like, a bunch of
Full
strings.
scarf.
Just,
Full scarf that is done and complete. I just throw it down. It's taking so long.
Granted, like, he's a frost giant. Yeah, we just came into his place. He wouldn't trust us. Whatever. I'm giving my word this deal. I can't speak for them because they literally follow different deities and have different alignments, but
Is it possible to blood contract everyone?
that's up to
The party?
them. They have to agree to that.
Yes.
I cannot speak for them.
Okay. Well,
also, you roll a persuasion check. What'd you roll?
23.
23, make a roll.
I have a 6 plus.
You didn't get it.
Yeah.
So you feel like this slave, he's really pushing the slave thing.
Because I've already given you the gold. That's why.
But see, okay, so as an NPC, you
I
could
just saw
give him the
that
gold
meme.
back.
So
Or I could keep. No, I wouldn't.
Oh my God.
We already made an agreement.
I'm bleeding here. What are we doing?
So you know that you can make a group contract where everybody cuts their hands. You all kind of do like this hands in middle type deal, and you can do it that way.
A bloody
So-
sandwich.
Okay, so first I'm like, okay, fine. So I tell one of the other frost giants to fetch this girl. I
Can
know
I go
who she
with
is,
her?
right?
Can I go with him? That way I can point out the exact one that I'm talking about.
You
No,
highly-
we're gonna do our blood contract first. All right.
So I give him the description totally of the exact one that I saw, even position.
Okay. You see as he leaves.
And I know exactly what the position was.
Yeah, you do. They don't.
Yeah, I'm saying I do. Like, how many in from the door, whatever, what she looked like.
You don't know how frequently they change the
order.
And the one without a tongue.
They all don't have tongues.
Well, never mind.
It's a good thing you got a message then.
You can trust my frost giant guy. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah. So we're gonna do a blood contract. Do you all agree?
I look at Cass.
What are we agreeing to?
70-30.
Yeah, Cass is also like, what are we doing?
70-30. That's
70-30 no matter what we get. 30%, not the 70.
If my life is on the line over a deal, I want more.
So now he wants more. Well,
I start to mend my wound.
Cass kind of looks at you and she says, well, we came for something in particular that would essentially just help our mansion, right? That's what we're here for?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have.
No,
I'm okay.
We're here to get back what we've already spent that we've lost.
Yep.
Yeah, correct. As now Cass kind of gives you a look. Because she also understands what's happening. And she says, I'm okay with a 70-30 split, 70 in our group's favor.
30 in the favor of the Frost Giants.
30 in favor of the Frost Giants. Also, do we get safe passage out?
That's a yes.
Yes, but we're not specifying what that 70-30 is.
Of all golden loot.
Exactly. So who gets choice over what? Who gets first choice? How does it get divvied up?
That's something we would have to agree upon once we get out, not in the moment there.
Well,
no, it's a fair point.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
It is a fair point, but we're not going to get anything if we don't get in there first, get it, and get out.
But I mean, we could lose what we came for if he gets to choose first.
How do we lose what we came for?
I would say about this, which I believe is fair, that as far as choosing whoever would pick first, it would be us to pick first. Reason being is that after this evil is gone, we're giving this entire place to you.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. You're getting.
We have no point in here, and this is more fortification for all of your people.
We will cleanse all of this, and there will be nothing left, and y'all will have a fortified city.
Wait, I thought we were just getting something and getting out.
Yeah, that's a big
big dungeon.
That's a big.
Yeah, but I then whispered to everybody else but the Frost Giant. If you remember, the little girl has control over everything in there. If we kill her, they will disperse.
Mr. Frost Giant, sir, may we have a moment to discuss?
Sure.
So, you like step away. No, you don't have to step away. But I mean, like, do you step away?
Oh, okay.
Like, out of earshot.
Sure.
So Cass is like, I thought we were here for the gold for the vault.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about cleansing the whole dungeon?
Sam is talking about cleansing the whole dungeon.
Because I thought we already know where the gold's at, right?
Yes.
We have an idea of where it is.
Sphinx.
Yeah.
We don't know any of us.
Remember, keep in mind, because the Frost Giant's gone, right? He can't hear us?
Well, he's whispering. Yeah, you're whispering and he's out of earshot. He's respecting your space.
Remember, the second I walk in there, she knows I'm there. So we will have to fight her. If she dies, everything else disperses. Everything else becomes easy because she is the one that's controlling them.
You don't know that for sure.
I do know that for sure. She told me.
She's controlling everything in this mountain. Everything.
Yes.
You know that for a fact.
When she called, yes. How do you think she found us the first time? Why do you think things were coming out of the walls? Why do you think all these things happened?
Those are those individual beings. We're not talking about the other big giant titanous monster that's inside the mountain. There was a couple other things that were in there. That's not all.
The only other thing that was in there. And
No. There was a larger chained up monster.
Yeah, that I took a vial of blood that I used earlier. Yes, no, I remember.
But we don't know if she's in control of that.
So are we? So what are we trying to accomplish?
She is.
Are we looking to kill the girl?
We're gonna have to.
I don't know though because.
So we're going in to get gold and kill the girl.
As far as I knew, it was for the gold. Now we're changing this whole.
That's what I thought.
Purpose. The whole purpose.
Now we're talking about clearing it
That's what's
and then giving it over to the Frost Giants, which I don't have an opposition to, but it was pretty extensive last time.
It's very extensive. We're talking about different layers within this mountain. We saw one. Pretty sure there's one above us and a couple below us. This is a mountain, mind you.
How far down is the tunnel?
I just want to know what we're trying to do.
As far as I was
through my kit, my knitting kit that I just
Probably like 70 feet out.
It's like
but the thing is, you don't see an end to it.
Our main goal,
like from what you can see, is just the end of what
our main goal
slide
is 70. Is getting the gold.
Right.
Secondary is dealing with the girl if it becomes too much of a problem.
Oh, we're gonna have to
and then
deal
we
with it.
leave, or are we?
We've already put it out there that we're going to give this place to these people. So we've already pretty much locked ourselves into this quest of clearing out this place so they can move in.
Well, we don't have to lock ourselves into it. We haven't agreed to anything on
No,
that.
we haven't agreed to it. Well, we've talked.
We could tell
after-
them like we killed the bigger thing, and then let them deal with it. I mean, if they want to have their city, we let them do it.
They can have it.
Yes,
but we just
y'all are doing the same thing that happened last time. Y'all didn't believe me last time, and we all almost died. She knows exactly when I step through that magical barrier. She knows that I'm there. I taunted her last time to bring her towards us, and she does remember me because she says she will always feel my presence.
So what is this girl? What is like this is we saw that she definitely controls a lot of the zombies.
Yeah.
Or zombie-like things.
Yes, I tried to kill her, and she instantly counterspelled all of my spells before I could even react. I could not attack. I couldn't fight her at all. Nothing. And then every time that we went up full, like, I guess that'd be breaking. Every time we would come around to attack again, she would summon more and more and more and more until we were overrun and petrified.
120 feet down. I don't know how far it goes.
You doing a light?
Dancing lights, and I cast it 120 feet down. It's the max, so I'm just seeing how far this tunnel goes.
Yeah, you see as it goes 120 feet down, you see something moving in the darkness.
Nice.
But you don't know what.
Nice.
But it's definitely massive.
Nice.
I just want to know, like, what exactly we're, like I don't mind doing a 70-30 split on the gold. Now, the items is also, that's fair point. How do we decide that?
I just said that.
What did you say?
If we're giving them this place, then we get to choose our portion of the 70 first.
But we're not giving them the full place, like, as a gift. They actually have to work for it.
That's fine.
That still doesn't...
We tell them that this place is theirs. After we go down there and we get what we're looking, like, we're going down there for a purpose. We go and get our purpose, and then, hey, the city's yours. We don't care about it after that.
Yes.
But we have to tell them, like, hey, to go down there, you're going to have to fight a whole bunch of stuff.
Why do we have to tell them?
Because they could die. And if I thought we wanted to try and use them as aid later...
I don't know. This guy seems kind of shady. Like, he doesn't really want to put his people in it.
Pardon me. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm going to go through the group invisible. Sorry.
You obviously know that it's...
What's going on here?
At first it was invisible, but now you guys all know that he's invisible. Go for it, Sam.
I go up to...
I was just going to say, keep in mind, if they had the means to clear this out themselves, why have they not done it yet?
They've already said that the people have gone down there and they haven't come back. So.
Right.
So they would die.
That is correct.
So we're sending them to the death. On top of, so we're going to take 30% or 70% of the gold, take all the items, and then allow them to just die?
It's their choice if they decide to go down there themselves.
No, I think what he's trying to say is that...
Oh, sorry. Here, let me...
I think what he's trying to say is that we're going to give them far enough advantage of doing away much, if not almost all of this evil.
There's something down there.
And in doing so, yes, they're going to have to maintain...
There's a lot of
They're going to have to maintain this area regardless. Just like we have to maintain our area.
No, like, I don't think you fully... Like,
our
There's
place.
big things down there.
We're just helping them clear out as much as we can, and then it's up to them to defend it.
People who you sent down there before. You might want to. You know your 2 guards.
So we're not telling them that we're going to leave them down there, or leave things down there, or we are telling them that we are leaving things down
and
there.
we can kind of clear the way while you guys are figuring.
I think we should clear out as much as we
I'll
can,
you guys go in front.
and then if there are other things,
we'll go down and clear
it's
it up.
up to them to face it. We are not
As well,
here
the
to
ultimate
clear out the
together first.
entire.
So when we come back up, are we telling them or no?
Yeah,
I think
feel
we
like that's
should.
going to take a while. That's why
I think we
was
should
going
do
down
that.
first with them, and we'll
I just
kind of
wanna make sure
clear
we're on the
it
same
out,
page,
And
that's
then you
all.
guys meet up with us down at.
I think it should be very clear cut. We're going to help you
leave
excavate
the
this area out
I
and
want
clear
us
out as much
together.
as we
Well, that's why I
can.
want to bring
If
you
we
guys.
become bombarded, we
Yeah,
can't
we'll
do
stick
that
together.
anymore. It's going to be more than
We're gonna face the threat
us.
together, whatever it is.
And in that sense, we're still giving them the advantage
I
of
want
to-
clearing out
I
as
want
much
to get these guys
as
to an
they
agreement.
want.
So that okay.
They'll never
When the
happen.
time
It's
comes,
just-
if you want to move into here, you can do so. But keep in mind, just like you have to defend your current little city, you're going to have to defend this other area as
So
well.
70-30 split on all gold.
Correct.
We take a loot for equipment and magical items, whatever. Loot, quote unquote. And then we try and kill whatever,
Excuse me. Sorry,
Exactly.
excuse
We
me.
can't make a promise that we don't even know if we can keep yet.
and then we leave.
Yes.
But we let him know that we're gonna leave stuff down there because he's saying that he wants to be with us.
Correct. He's going to see what all is down there, and if we can clear out as much as we can, great. We don't know what we're walking into
I
exactly.
mean, if he agrees to that, yeah, I don't have an issue with that. I mean, he
not
already
only,
knows.
Not only that, but also, like, we're going to get down there, we're going to clear out as much as we can, but if we still want to have these people on our side in the future, if they ever need our aid when it comes time to defend this mountain, we want to keep good relations, yes? So that when we need to call on them, if they need to call on us, we can answer.
I think that's like an after thing, though.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Oh, hey, there's
Exactly.
some undead giants down there, by the way. Hey, excuse me,
After
but
we've cleared out as much as we can and they move in here, if they need our help, we're going to need their help in the future.
But that's afterward.
Yeah, it's all afterwards. But we're talking about.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're good. As long as because it felt like he was trying to kill things and clear out the whole clear the whole dungeon, not clearing the whole dungeon.
Sam, does that make sense to you?
Yes?
70-30 split, all gold. The loot we keep. We go in there with the intentions of clearing out as much of that area and the mountain as we can. But keep in mind, once they move in, it's up to them to defend it. If in the future they need our help, just like in the future we're going to need their help, as long as we can respond to their call, I think that's a pretty even split.
I think you should tell all that to him.
sounds good. That sounds good. Like everybody will benefit. Nobody can be screwed in it. Is what it sounds like.
Okay. So are we all in agreement here?
I just want my slave.
Okay. So I go
Okay.
over to Rockshaw and I say all of that.
Do a blood contract then.
So you start.
And to clarify, you're okay with we'll come back to help you, provided you come and help us.
That was what we originally. talked
That's
about.
afterward. Yeah.
Will be mutually beneficial.
Correct. That's what good relations at the end. So 70-30 on all gold. We take the loot. We clear out as much as we can, and then it is up to you to defend this land.
Yeah.
Okay. I cut my hand again,
Again.
Okay. So
and I pass
Cut
the
your hand?
guitar on.
I'll cut mine last because I got to cure wounds on him.
okay. You cut your hand.
I mean, I
you
can
part of this?
fuck no.
So you notice that one is missing.
It's invisible.
I already told you what's going on. I'm just here to fucking clear it out. You know what I'm doing. I'm not part of it. And they've already said I'm not really a part of the group.
That's true.
So, fuck.
So that's up to you,
no.
however you want to take it. But that also means if he takes stuff, he's not part of that contract.
He's invisible anyway, so.
But you already know that he's there with them.
Okay, so I said, where's that weirdo guy?
I don't know. I told you
Detect
he's
magic.
He's
You see as he's like over on the side, he's just waiting on the edge and he's
I
waiting.
point right at where he is. He's right there.
Okay, can you get him really quick?
he's not going to agree with this.
Sven, come over here.
Why?
Because the Frost Giant wants to speak to you. I mean, you
Okay.
can hear him.
I start readying my backhand just in case.
I definitely don't get close to him.
His hands like he like goes like this with his backhand.
Yeah, I definitely
and you're
get
just
close. I go, what?
You can't still see him. You just know that he's down that way on the bridge.
Warming up your pen hand.
It's my slave come back.
So
What?
I'm still bleeding here.
So you hear a what?
So I tell him to come over here
Why?
because we're gonna make a contract together.
No, we're not. I'm not part of them. What did you not understand? I'm just here for the stories.
Because I don't care. You're gonna make a contract with us.
No, I'm not.
Because I don't trust you.
That's great. I don't trust you either, so I'm not going to make a contract with you.
I'll trust you to the extent of a blood contract.
No!
So
I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. I'm pretty sure I can't throw you.
Look, give up. We've
So
tried.
no,
We've
you
tried.
can make the contract with them.
We've tried.
I'm not part of this. Can we go now, please?
You see as the frost giant and the slave walks in.
Is it the one I was talking about?
After some time, after they walk, yeah.
Okay.
I see she's beaten way more than what you saw her to be.
She's just not dead.
Go.
He can heal her.
So I just grab. Is she still like shackled?
Yep.
So I take a piece of rope, I take her shackles, and I like tie the rope to it. Give her like a 5 foot whatever.
She's gonna use that rope to kill you.
Okay.
Oh god, that would be hilarious.
She didn't even look up. She's just kind of looking at a shackled rope thing.
She's beaten that badly. She probably can't open her eyes.
Can we make this fucking contract? Seriously.
yeah,
I'm still bleeding.
You're bleeding this whole time.
Yes.
So can I smack him again? Or
I'm not
You
there.
can't see him.
yeah, I don't know where he is. Gosh. So does this guy not agree to anything?
Look, we've tried to warn him, tell him, give him advice on what to do, and he has literally not followed.
Pretty sure that he was born with half a brain.
You're free to make whatever you can make the contract with them. The only thing is you would know that he's not a part of that contract. So if whatever he gets, he keeps.
As
Or
you see,
that's possible. Out of the goodness of his heart, he can turn around and give you stuff. But as far as respect-wise goes, he's a man of his own.
I've literally said it 4 times. I'm here for the stories.
he's opposite of everything that we have ever.
He's like, no, I don't know. I know that that's true.
What does he stand for?
I'll assign one
I
of
don't even have a group name.
I'll assign one of the frost giants to keep an eye on him the whole time.
Can't see me.
But then
See him?
Oh,
you say he's invisible, so you're like keep an eye on this, and he's like,
does can I have a frost giant that has like some kind of detecting ability or something, or I don't know. So you're shaman guys?
nope.
No.
That's a negative. I mean, they're masters just like you, but they don't have that ability.
Dang it! I think I'm the only one.
I just shout out, just make the contract and let's go.
All right. So whatever. I'll just do the contract with these guys. But I'm gonna beat this guy down later, in my mind.
In your mind.
When I see him
Let's
again.
go.
When I see him again.
Fucking forever.
Yeah.
Sure. So
Yeah. Sure.
So we.
Hour and a half.
So you guys
gone.
all cut it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cass cuts up too. So you guys all put your hands to the middle as you see for a very quick second as all your hands kind of amass into this black orb, and you can tell that you are now magically imbued with something here. But you guys release, and you guys are all there.
All right.
Please lead the way.
Let's go.
Okay. Every time he gets closer, I'm just still going down further.
Sure.
I'll eventually stop when I get near my orbs.
You're what?
My orbs, and I know that there's like more. I'll then send my orbs further down.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So yeah, you go
Because they're
about
not
you go about another 120 feet down. As you finally get to your
they're
orbs, and you go to push it down.
They're done. It's a minute. This has been way longer than a minute.
Gotcha. His staff or the staves of the frost giants also illuminate like a bioluminescent light.
I have dark vision, so
Okay, that works too. As you guys do come up on a glass or a frosted glass door, You see as Raksha, he kind of goes to it. You see as he says something in Giant. Does anybody know Giant?
Nope.
He would if there was anybody.
Nope.
So he says something deep, bellowing type as he opens up, the frosted door opens up, and you go into the prayer room. As you see, there's multiple giants there. You see some of them are actually like in prayer. Some of them like look to be in prayer, but you can definitely tell they're passed out. Like they seem to be sleeping. Like they're like they were like yes.
Thunderclaps. Wake everybody up.
Okay, that's you would know that that's highly disrespectful in a prayer room. You still do
Fine.
it? Okay.
I fucking love it.
I was like, just for you, you would know that.
I go off to a corner
But you're
still
like-
invisible. I go off in the corner still invisible and I start sketching the prayer room.
Okay. Yeah. However, you do know that based on your travels, not many people get a drawing or even to be able to see this type of encounter. So this might be
very well detailed then.
yeah, it could be something that could be used in a song.
Cool.
That most bards wouldn't have.
We came to a nice city. It was full of giants. Their leader's a dick. It's a haiku.
So you go to the end of the doorway as the hallway opens up into a left and a right. The left goes into what seems to be a more stone passage, as the right actually goes into like a dirt passage, as if you're going underground.
Like what I recognize as dirt. Like, does the dirt seem familiar to when we took this area before?
Did you deliberately study the dirt of the dungeon?
We were in it.
This
If anything,
familiar.
Rahoon would have.
Yeah, but he's not with you.
It's true.
So you take them down the right passage as you guys go further and further. It looks like it kind of declines until finally it comes to a stop. Where you see as Rocktrap kind of puts his hand out, as you can feel the draft of a wind coming through. You can hear the slight swashing and splashing of what sounds to be some kind of liquid. As you notice that there's probably about a 10 by 10 foot almost like well-like structure, and by well-like structure I mean like in a well. So like if you look up, you see the dirt in the like 10 by 10 hole that you're in. It's just like pitch black, and every now and then you see some dirt as it kind of trickles down, and then you look down and then you see a variety of different items. You see a variety of different armors. You see skeletons. You see a variety.
Have I been down this hole before?
Yes. This is the hole down in the coffin, where you guys look down, and you see a big water that you are familiar with. Mm. This is the one that you went down into a raven, and then you went down and you noticed that there was some animal down there.
Yep. This is the one that I was talking about last time that we were here.
Do I remember this?
Would have been a long time ago.
Make a history check, but not advantage. Like not disadvantage. I'm sorry, regular.
20.
Sure. You remember. Like now you remember. Like you remember the rope that you went down. You know that there's something down here. You just don't know what.
It's very, very big. Okay, so I look at Rocktrap.
But I also remember. Do I remember that there was that door on the far side?
Well, you wouldn't remember that. I would remember that because I actually flew there.
Yeah, but you told me that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm saying, would I remember that there is a room that's all the way on the far side? Because you said, I remember, out of game, I remember you saying that you heard stuff behind that door.
Correct.
Which was the other people, the three brothers that went down there.
Well,
we assume that they were the three brothers.
It could have been other creatures that we have seen before down there, but just on the other side of the door trying to get in. But then again, there were a lot of bodies.
Yeah.
Both of the people.
Because he's spent already. Like, it would be good for us to rest. before we really
Go down. Oh, I see.
Yeah, and if that room is still there, then we should rest.
Yeah.
I know what room you're talking about because it was like a
It
water
was
pit,
like, yeah.
and then there was a door here and a door here.
Yeah. It's
So,
4.
yeah, you would remember that.
Okay, so I think we should maybe take refuge, regain all of our strengths and everything.
Yeah.
Prior to really going into this.
Can we like fast forward that?
So,
Because that would first off, you gotta go into the water.
No, we're not. We're talking about
We're going
rest
in-
right here.
why would we?
Oh, you're going back to the restroom.
No,
or
we're going to rest right where
here.
we're at.
At that room.
You want to
The
rest
prayer
at
room.
that room?
No, not the room that was there in the water that you said that you saw as a raven.
No, we should rest here first and then go to that. Because when we go down in that hole,
I thought we're already in the hole.
no, we're not.
No,
in the
you're
hole.
right at the cusp of it. So like you look down, and then you see the water and everything down there.
We're at like a halfway point,
Correct.
if that makes sense. The tunnel up.
Yeah.
Is
So if
where
you think
we are
about it,
at the
like
top.
coffin, massive hole,
Yep.
and then you're like here,
Yeah.
like looking down into the hole.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Then yeah, we should see.
We should rest right here, but we should fast.
Like you know that down here there's and then there's 2 rooms.
Yeah, we're like literally at the middle.
Correct.
Sure. Yeah. The rest here and then we go.
Is this like a safe area? Like there's no monsters in this sector? Because I don't really.
I mean, we're like roughly 50 feet up, right? Give or take.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like the only thing, like
We
if
just
I
make
do
sure
a-
that somebody's always on guard.
Do I have to do a perception, or can I see that like there's like walls around us? There's no tunnels leading off in any other direction.
Just that
It's
one.
just that hole.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We
Alright.
can rest here.
That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, you would deliberately be able to tell if something was coming up that hole.
Yeah.
So
You have great restoration, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So
You're taking a long rest.
Yeah. So that way we can all regain stuff.
long enough for
Tiny
Sam.
tiny hut.
I need to get all my spells back.
Yeah. So long
Alright.
enough for him to get what he needs.
That's cool.
I need your help before you rest.
Okay.
Tiny hut.
You
You
rest.
can create a hut. That's awesome.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a tiny
I make a dome, and no spells can go through it or be cast out of it. It's about 10 feet radius, and it can hold about medium-sized people. The only person I let in is his slave.
I don't know if I can regrow tongues. I can try.
Sure. So you rest. You rest. You going to sleep. You see as 2 of them are staying up. You see as them 2 are talking. Or what's going on?
Can I make an igloo? Because
I don't think that's gonna do that.
If we were to use greater, because I mean we did it before with when Rahun had his arm cut off.
Yeah, but we were mending something. We don't have the other half of her tongue.
Is it
can't
possible to
grow an
regrow
appendage.
the tongue using like greater restoration and stuff like that?
There's a
You need to
spell
spell
called
regenerate.
regeneration. Yeah.
Spell or potion?
It's a spell.
I make it around where her 5-foot little thing would be, and I tell her like, if you would like a safe, dry space with a little warmth, you're more than welcome to join me in here.
Okay, you hear that. He says that to your slave.
He's hitting on her.
You see this? He puts like the dome just probably within her 5-foot radius, and then he tells her, "What was it? Sorry."
I tell her if you would like somewhere warm and safe to sleep tonight, feel free to enter this dome if you wish.
You say that, and like she's like this, and you say it from like back here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see as she kind of like does this number where she just slightly turns her head, like to be able to like hear you a little bit better. You can tell like just her ears swollen. She's just beat.
No one else but you can enter this. You'll be safe.
And by her body language,
She wants to, right?
No, by her body language, you can tell that because there are frost giants there. Like you can tell, like every now and then, you see like her eyes just kind of like keep going up. Like she feels like, or you get the feeling, and this all of you can feel this, and you feel just dominant in this situation, because you get the feeling that she won't do anything while frost giants are there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know this because you know regardless if a slave is you own it or not.
Can anybody hear anything from inside?
Nope.
Hear anything from inside?
May I use it for a moment
Nope.
with her?
Nope.
Just for a moment,
No.
and I'll leave.
Nope.
Unless you're in there too.
You could borrow my pocket tent.
You can be in there too.
I don't care. You've all made it very clear I'm not a part of your group. You have no care of what's going to happen to me, so I have no care what's going to happen to you. So,
you're bitter
good night.
about that.
And I go into my tiny hut.
I really hate this guy. I wish Robin was back.
He hasn't cared about anything that we've done.
I know he doesn't. He has no respect whatsoever.
So this
And
is
then
not-
wonders why.
I don't know what I've done, but okay. I'm taking some mint, and I've had.
So,
Did you
anyway,
see
so I'm
that?
gonna cast Lesser Restoration on her. I'm just gonna start blowing it just to blowing my spells on Lesser
okay.
Restoration to try to like stop the swelling, like get her body a little bit better or whatever.
Okay. Heal spells would do good with that too. It'd probably do better than less pressure.
So cure wounds would be better.
Mhm.
Okay, then fine. Then I'll do cure wounds just continuously. Like if I see like there's a welt, then I'll apply more pressure to that or whatever. I'll create food and water for all of us. For her, and then she's shackled at her hands, and then she's got a collar around her. I'll take those off.
Okay. Just so you know, this is. I mean, you can take it however you like. Just seeing that the slave that he purchased, you see as he's doing all this stuff, making it a race that is beneath you. Obviously, they're beneath you because they're not frost giants. But to see him do this, you can take it however you like. You can take it as a symbol of kindness. You can take it as a symbol of disgust. Whatever you like. It's really up to you. But he did purchase it. It's his slave. But for you, it's kind of the other frost giants are like really. But you can take it however you like. So you cast your wounds.
Do I get her back to like a healthier,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm blowing all my spells to try to do all this to get her as
I'm assuming we're taking like an 6 to 8 hour rest.
Yeah. So I think you guys
Full
will
rest.
establish a long rest.
Yeah, long.
I'll eventually poke my head out and go, "Oh, actually, Cass, you can use this space if you would like to."
No, I don't really know what's in there.
Oh, it's this area still. It's just contained in a protective bubble.
I would also help him in casting heal.
Okay,
at
so you're
level
gonna heal her
6.
too.
Yeah.
So you guys do like a massive
She's
prayer healing session over this
Yeah,
girl.
pretty much.
She's.
Got it.
I'm only expending the one.
We're about to rest, so I'll expend it all.
Exactly. I'm not gonna.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll pull out a piece of parchment and I'll just say, "Can you just write down your name?"
If she can write.
Hopefully she's literate.
Exactly.
She just even with the shackles off, she's just kind of there, and she looks at your paper. She looks at you. Looks at the frost giant. And puts her head back down.
I'm going to cast a message and ask her what her name is.
Huh? Lyra.
She said her name is Lyra.
Cool. Next time, just message me that information.
Oh,
And you see a very small almost like a panic face almost takes her over real quick as she panics real quick, and then she just kind of goes back to just.
So I place my hand on her and I'm just I kind of put it on the bottom of her chin and I kind of raise her up to look at raise her eyes up to mine.
Sure.
And I'm just like, you have nothing to fear of me. They will not harm you anymore. And I just say, if you'd feel more comfortable being in his hut, you can.
She doesn't move. She she doesn't move.
So, I'll just have her. Where is your igloo? Is it right up against the wall?
It's just right behind you guys. Yeah,
Well, it's right behind her.
Yeah, it's right behind her.
Because he put it within her 5 feet, but not enclosing her.
No. Just so if she wanted to take a step back and. Just,
But if here's the wall, here's your igloo.
Yeah, probably.
So then I just kind of usher her over into the corner of that, to where she would be right up in the corner to rest. I place the shield down sideways, and then I lean back up against the shield. So basically,
I see what you're doing.
anybody would have to get through me to get to her.
Okay. Sure. So she allows you to position herself, and then she sits down, and you see she's just kind of there. She's still just awake. And you kind of get the feeling like this is a normal thing for a slave. Like, you don't sleep. You sleep, things happen.
So I just tell her it's okay to sleep, whether she does or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just look at all the standard sleeping rotations, like normal.
The last one always.
Cass gets the first 4.
The fact that there's no more of that.
Of like, she sleeps for the first 4. You and I rotate the first 4, and then Cass gets the last 4 because she only needs 4 hours of sleep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Can we fast forward?
Yeah, as long as nobody's doing anything. Sam, you sleeping?
Yeah, I'm passed out already.
Yeah, Cass is gonna sleep. Are you doing anything?
Yep.
No. Are you sleeping?
I wish I could make an igloo, but I guess not.
You can't make an igloo.
That's
Well,
fine.
he didn't make an igloo. It's like
It's a hut.
a little tiny hut.
Yeah.
Again,
Alright,
nobody can see this. It blends in with the background, essentially.
So you want to take first? You want me to take first?
Sure.
There is no actual hut or anything.
Sure. Yeah, it's like I understand what you mean. It's like
So who's taking first?
Dude, roll for it. I don't give a shit.
I'll take first.
I just create a little food and water
Let's just do it.
before I go to bed, just for me to eat, and then I go to bed.
Sure.
Actually, I will take first, and I'm going to attempt to, because of my memory, I'm going to try to hum the same tune that Tracy
Good luck.
hummed me to sleep.
Hummed you to sleep?
Yeah. Like when I first came back.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Go ahead and make a
Performance check.
make a history check
With advantage.
with advantage, and then make a performance check.
I mean, I'm not doing words. I'm just humming
Yeah,
with a light hum.
yeah. You still performance check.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
regularly though.
So history.
Yeah.
Okay, so not natch 20.
All right, cool. So you remember it.
Okay.
Like you vaguely remember it. You got it. Now the question is, can you duplicate it?
Performance. What's my performance?
It's charisma.
So 15.
You do a semi-decent job.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you're humming and you hum yourself to sleep. Is that what you're doing?
No,
you're just humming.
I'm more trying to get her to go to sleep.
Oh. Okay. You hum and you're just kind of like trying to do it as surreal as you can.
Mm-hmm.
After some time, you begin to feel like the shield begin to like shake.
Mm-hmm.
You see as she's like almost convulsing. You get the feeling that maybe there's something in her system that is more just like weak and tiredness, but not necessarily like it's like when your muscles shake and ache because you're tired. Does that make sense? Not necessarily like. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that.
It's a cathartic release.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot better.
So
A full-blown episode.
It's pretty much that, and you can see as she's just like this.
She's like seriously fighting sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So I just keep going.
Okay. Your ship's ends.
Okay.
Is Cass taking the 4 then?
No, he's taking second.
Okay, so you're taking second. You doing anything?
Nope.
Okay. Cass will wake up. Nothing will happen on her shift unless you're doing something.
Yep.
Okay. So you all wake up. You look over at her. As you begin to wake up, you see as she's
Under your third.
she's like just getting to finally get to sleep. And it's not because it's just she can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Hey DM,
Yes.
what's his frost sphere?
Frost sphere. So that is a modification from flaming sphere.
Okay.
So instead of flame, it's frost. Everything else is the same.
A flickering streak flashes,
It's
It's like a flaming sphere comes down, and then he can move it if he wants, but it's frost.
It's that one. Okay.
Sam, message me.
Thank
You
you.
run it as a second level. It's a third level spell, but it doesn't matter.
Did it really? Oh.
Yeah, it's not a big
Not awake yet.
You just said that we all
Yes,
wait.
you all awake.
Yes. In a minute, I'm messaging.
Can you teleport somebody?
I mean, I can, but I need a teleportation circle.
You don't have a teleport spell?
No. I don't have access to that until level 8.
Good question you might want to ask is about that one thing you asked about me earlier. How's he supposed to go and do that thing at the city? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know about it though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He didn't tell anybody.
I tried.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
So,
You gotta try and get to the city to do something every day for the next week, 2 weeks. Sorry.
Yep. I just assumed that I was done with that. That I'm not going to be able to do it.
Oh, okay. Like you came to terms that you're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, well, because I can't. Because I can't teleport I can't make a sigil. Like, I can't make a personal sigil to place down whenever I need to so that I can teleport back. So there's no way for me to teleport back considering where we're at.
Do you have the teleportation circle spell?
I do. But it's but you've been having us use a teleportation circle.
that's just because we have one.
No, I don't have a personal one.
I'm saying that's what the reason that we've been using it is because there's one that's inside the house that we put it there, so that way you wouldn't have to burn a spell slot.
This is pretty much every week. It takes us
No, I burn it every time.
one thing.
Well, it gives you time to get familiar with the spells.
So you can. So as the spell says, you can cast a spell. You can draw a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground inscribed with sigils that link your location to a permanent teleportation circle of your choice, whose sigil sequence you already know. Just let you know.
I didn't know that.
No, you're fine. That's just what I'm here for. I didn't want to make a trap. So anyway,
exactly, but I
so
did it.
technically,
How long we took?
yes.
So yes, technically, I guess I can. I just never realized. I thought it was explained to me differently.
See ya then. He's gonna teleport back. See ya.
Well, are we assuming that I went to go see him yesterday? Or is that still the same day?
You did see him yesterday.
You did see him. You saw him first thing in the morning.
Yeah, before we left.
Okay, then I guess rewind. Yes, I can.
Okay. Can you do that real quick while we all have breakfast and stuff and come right back?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you wanting me to take? This is all in message, by the way. Are you wanting me to take Lyra back to the house?
I want you to take her to Fitting Gloria's Wondrous Emporium.
The problem with that is that they don't have a sigil I can teleport to. I'm gonna have to go through the house.
Oh shit, I guess you're right. Okay, yeah, teleport her to the house. Take her to the house, and then I'll pull out a piece of parchment and I'll start writing a letter to Davina. Davina? What's her fucking name?
Yeah, but wait, didn't you say that the ghost will attack anything that comes down there before anybody else can get there?
Yes, so I'll tell Dewena to take her to Fitting Gloria's for shelter for a time until we get back.
Are we going to be able to make it out of the house though before the ghost get her though?
They can only come at night.
Oh, the ghost do?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, then we're good. I'll take her there myself.
Alright. So I just pick her up and I kind of explain. I say, my name is Baltimore. You're going to go with him to a place of safety until a time that I can come and see you and hopefully can regain your speech.
She doesn't nod or anything, but she gets up,
don't have a choice.
I assume you start drawing the little sigil. And
So I give her the letter that says like Duenna's name on it and just explains
you see is like you give her the note and she just kind of goes like this.
You're gonna give this to a woman named Duenna. Sam will tell you who that person is.
Why have we become an orphanage for people? We're
Are you saying this all out loud?
Yes.
You know I can just take her there. I have to go there. I have to stop by there anyway.
She's barely awake right now. I'm telling her.
Who, Leroy?
Yeah, I know you're going there. I'm telling her that she's gonna find refuge there.
We didn't.
Just take her. She's got the note. Take her to the house.
Yeah, it's to go find my real.
Alright, I draw up my circle and
Can you get me a scarf for one of my kids?
I gently grab her hand and I say, I message her saying, follow me.
You see is like you would like as you're like super tired, like you see as she's just struggling to get just a couple feet.
So I pick her up.
So yeah, you pick her up, and she's bones.
Giants, man.
Yeah, just malnutrition. So you get her in. You kind of place her down gently, and you take her.
Still bigger than him.
All right, you see as some blue arcane energy just whips up, and you see as that teleportation circle goes.
Sorry, it doesn't fit. I think it's a thought that counts for that.
And you guys are there whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Right, create food and water. We can eat breakfast.
Sweet. Oh, let's do this. I start eating.
Okay. So you guys all eat?
Yep.
Okay.
Eat, drink. Do some push-ups. Don't get that many.
Alright, so what's the move? How are we getting down here?
What are we talking about? There's not stairs?
I'm about to become a raven and fly the fuck out of here.
Why not just become an eagle and then we can fly down?
No, I will leave all y'all. I'll fly up. Y'all are going down, I'm about to leave. Forget the blood, whatever.
You'll die.
Great!
No, like, you'll drop dead.
Wonderful. I've done it before. Find me a new one.
So for those that are watching, Emerald's died like what, 3-4 times?
Yep.
At least 3.
At least
That DC is higher, bro.
At least 3, possibly 7.
So is there a way to go in there?
I don't know.
No,
you
you don't know. But wait, the only way the way you sent people down was you said jump.
So my character doesn't really know.
No, you know
how
you've sent people to go like look at it, like to get like some info, get some info.
Okay.
Perception check to find this door they've been talking about.
You wouldn't be able to see it from where you're at.
How
by the way they kind of made it seem that they seem to be like already down there before, and it's somewhere out of sight. Yeah.
In the water?
No, not in the water. Like maybe like.
Okay, cool. Then I will polymorph into a raven.
I was
start exploring.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have polymorph.
I have polymorph too.
It was
so
while they're all
wide is
chatting.
Could he, as a giant eagle, go up and down this?
It would be too
it's a
tight
10 by 10.
Yeah, it would be too tight of a fit.
So you turn into a raven. You go down and you kind of survey the area. You see the same thing. It looks almost be like a beachfront, where it's kind of like a huge box room, but it looks like you have the 2 doors, and then you have level ground, and then that level ground kind of descends downward, and then it goes into like this gunk, this mush, this variety of just different things. And make a perception check. Cool.
Do I have to use the stats of a raven?
Yes.
I have to look that up real quick.
Do we have Corvus with us? Did Corvus come with us? I know the Panther came with us somehow, but did Corvus come?
Corvus would have. She probably would have had him stay out because he didn't come in the dungeon last time. Okay. And yeah, he's not there.
Okay. Hey, perception's +3 because I'm a raven. Nice.
Because you're a bird.
Nice.
That would work.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's cute.
That way it gives us a way out too.
As you look, I mean, you see like the vibration of the waves, which you think is weird because you've seen water before. If it's not moving, it should stay still.
But something's causing it to move.
There's something causing it to move. Very like you kind of look at the doors, and then you glance down because birds like feel like that number. And you look down real quick, and you could have swore you saw something.
Granted, this is
probably about 20 foot wide.
Dirt and rubble like it was last.
Just kind of
like slowly breach, and then like go back under.
Like they don't breach. It's like under like the that much.
But there is like a place to stand.
There's something.
But there is a place to stand where the doors are.
Correct.
It's just behind.
But based on how big that creature was, you could probably say that if it wanted to get you there,
it could. Yeah. I fly up. I go by Raksha, and I transform back into my normal self.
So
I ask him, "What'd you find?"
There's something big, like 20 foot long, big. So everybody you've been like telling to jump, they're probably dead.
More than likely, probably died on impact, or died by.
Probably got swallowed.
I guess I'm not surprised.
So I'm gonna become. I'm gonna use polymorph.
Sure.
I'll become a number hole.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dig a 5x5 tunnel at an angle so that we can all like get down into.
Can you just freeze the water?
Freeze what water?
Tell
him.
Yeah, I know. Ray Frost.
I'm gonna make him.
Ray of Frost is a cone and it only does about 10.
Oh.
I'm gonna make an inclined.
So you want to back up to the prayer room almost.
No,
to begin a descent.
No. Isn't this where everyone died the first time, or when he jumped off?
That was a different time. Yeah, it was a different time.
Sorry, I'm not understanding.
So where we're at, there's a wall, right?
Yeah, so like you're here, and then there's a wall here, and a wall here.
So like on the side, as a number hole, left or right. Well, what direction is the?
I'm viewing the doors this way.
Okay, the door's that way. So I'm going to do it on the opposite side then.
So you want to do this?
Correct.
So you want to go down.
I'm going to go storm. More at like curving
so you want to like
the side.
Curve
the, exactly. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you begin to start digging.
Mm-hmm.
No issues. You're no part. You got your digging stuff on. You kind of keep in mind where it's at. Trying to keep that. You have tremor sense, don't you?
Yep.
Tremor sense.
Ground is covered with slick ice.
You feel the
that create a layer over
the movement of what seems to be a gigantic object
in the center of
down below you.
Yeah,
like you can feel it coming through from the dirt.
Yeah.
So you begin to wrap around. Exactly where are you trying to get out? So that way I know.
Correct. So you have say this is the entire thing. Say the door is over here. I built the wall or the opening over here. I'd like to make it about right here, so that when we come out, we just have to go around the side and go to the door.
So how are you just guesstimating this?
Yeah, I mean I don't have any other way of. I mean unless I came out. Well, unless there's any way that I can peek out from a hole up here.
I mean you probably could wrap around.
Yeah, mind you, I'm blind, so I'm literally going off of.
Tremor sense.
Yeah, so you wrap around.
Yeah.
I'll say this. So you wrap around, you kind of breach out here, and you can feel the waves. You can feel the waves. You can tell they're probably about 10 feet below you.
Okay.
You know that massive object is below that. Make a perception check as an hole.
He's got a question for you.
Yes.
I have a possible solution for the water.
Yes.
I have an ability called Sleet Storm.
Yes.
And one of the effects says the ground in the area is covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain. I was wondering, is it possible to create a layer on the water that we could go on? And then since I have
three, he's got two other mages that are exactly like him.
What's the?
It's 150 feet. It goes, and it's a 40-foot cone. So if all three of them were doing it in a different spot, they could cover up to
I'll say that you. Well, the thing is, they all don't have the same spells as him.
Oh,
wait.
Okay.
They're all dreamcasters.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying.
But I like the idea. So what I'm saying is, what you could do is you could probably shoot it down, create a sleet platform there.
Yeah.
Go down onto there, and then possibly make a frozen hallway to the thing.
Am I there or am I in the town right now?
You're not there. You're back at the mansion, and you're heading over to the town.
So the mayor just They're just progressing without me there.
Correct.
Well, not entirely.
Or do you want to wait a half a day until it comes back?
It shouldn't be a half a day. I just have to go drop her off and talk to the guy and then come back.
Drops her off, and then he teleports real quick to that place, and then teleports back to us.
He doesn't have a sigil to that place. He has to make the commute there.
Saying to Finn and Gloria's, it's half a day to get there.
No,
and get
that's
back
not
to
what we're
there.
talking about.
He's talking about the sorcerer thing. He wants to do.
Yeah, but I was saying dropping off the girl is still.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
He's not dropping her off though.
Are you dropping her off at the mansion, or are you dropping?
Yeah, he's dropping her off at the mansion.
Oh yeah, because of the note.
Yep.
So Sam, you see as Dewina kind of comes up to you as you guys come up the stairs, and she like holds out her hand as Dewina reads a note, and Dewina just kind of looks at you and she goes, "Dear, I'll take care of her."
Okay.
And then you're gonna go to the city.
Yeah.
Okay. So So I guess the question now becomes: do you want to wait for him, or do you proceed? That's what he's asking.
That's correct.
Well,
He can catch up, right? Or
I mean, for you, it don't matter. It's up to.
See, the fun thing is, well, I can't do it. I'd be out of
We
character.
still got to figure out how we're gonna get down anyway. So you just
I'm
do this
gonna
while
do
we're
my
out.
ice thing.
figure that out.
So you're gonna cast
I'm gonna cast Ice Island, whatever, and make a path.
Ice Sleet Storm.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because
This is gonna take longer than-
unless you have a better solution.
As I turn and look to a tunnel being made. Yeah, much better solution.
Am I done with that, by the way? We like stopped halfway.
Yes. Make a make a perception check as a tremor. So,
I don't have that anymore. though.
Cool. Let's
I think you have it in the monster book.
add 11. 'Cause I like
18.
you. 18.
Yep.
That's with 11.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Wow.
I know.
So I'll say that you create the tunnel and you go around the side, and sure. You make the 5-foot tunnel that leads just at the edge of that water, the edge.
So like the doorways here, where is the water at? Is that all on all sides, right?
Like outside of your tunnel, it's like a foot off to your left.
Oh, so this whole area
It's
water.
massive.
I thought there was a little beach area.
That's what I thought there was too.
Because that's last time.
It's a whole room.
Oh, okay. And the
It's a
whole thing
whole
is
room.
filled with water.
The whole as described last time. It's so room.
Yeah.
You have your 2 doors.
Okay.
This floor goes down like this.
Okay.
So if it goes down, there's water that all comes down here.
That's
why I said it's almost like a beachfront.
That's where
So
the beach
you
was.
would-
I thought it was around it though. I thought it was in a circle. Okay.
Oh, it's like a square.
Okay.
So and so you have 2 doors here, and then the floor kind of comes out and then declines.
And then where did I come out at?
You're coming out like right here,
Okay.
where the water is like a foot off to your left.
So if you stay close to the wall, then we're off the water.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, cool.
But there is something in that water.
We'll find out.
So as he,
Kraken.
so how long does that take?
I mean, you can dig pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd say about 5 minutes.
Oh shit.
let's take it.
Let's take
Wow,
this quicker
cool.
than I thought. Okay, yeah. So I crawl back up and I like, as an overhold, I'm like,
Oh, why
Make
does
it
he
bigger
make
as
the
you're
tunnel
crawling.
if they're
He
giant?
makes it
fit in it?
he makes it 5 feet, and you can certainly try and crawl through it. It's gonna be tight.
so
gonna do my ice
I'm
sleep thingy.
as I'm coming back, I would try to.
So you're gonna make it bigger for him.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
you see,
thank
as he's coming back, he makes it bigger.
Okay, thanks.
Because mine's about to go down, and then I'm gonna come back up.
Sure.
So as you all are talking, and you like, because apparently it takes 5 minutes, and as you're like, do you have a better? Yeah.
10 minutes later,
Yep.
I'm like,
I'm like, yeah, this seems a lot better of a solution.
yes, exactly.
Okay, let's proceed then.
Yes. So I turn right back around and I go back down.
So all of you go down. Are you still? No, you came back up. So you guys all kind of go down. It's a fairly nice tunnel. You do a good job.
That's man.
Are you still Zombo?
Yes.
So who's gonna be the first one to crack out? You.
Yeah, because I was leading the way. Like I was still in the hole.
As you come out, you see is like right as you come out, you notice something's wrong, as you see something start to emerge from the actual water.
So I like start to
How
back
do you
up.
see that?
Oh yeah, I don't
You feel it. No, you feel it.
Oh,
Like you
God.
feel the water. You feel the water and the everything.
By the way,
Can I
I
let-
would have left a note at the top saying, "Sam, go down this tunnel."
Can I make an alternate tunnel, like away from that, but back on the other side? Like closer to the doors?
Not at this point. But I do want to stop because
Oh yeah.
I gotta get going here actually. So, anyway, we will see next week I believe we're good. So, actually, Kayla will be back next week. So, we will see you next week as they see what they are going to fight.
Chill stuff.
Oh, we're definitely gonna fight it.
Oh yeah.